All right, welcome in, builders. We're back with some more Ascend from Nin Mountains, and we're going to continue where we left off here with Xiaoqi Long, our little napping dragon. We have a lot of work to do. We have a decent chunk of spirit stones and Sect favor. I was just kind of looking over. We definitely could make some armor that would help us out a decent amount in combat. I think that's probably the easiest upgrade that we could probably do. We also can make a new cauldron. The cauldron might be our first stop, because if we can make that, then it will make everything else a lot easier. Let's peek and see what recipes we could get. So we could get an empowered fusing cauldron, or we could get a raging key cauldron, or a simplified insertion. So what do you guys all do? Okay, so you're just some plain stats. You give me an ability where we scale our key control and key intensity based on our pool, and you have some key intensity. Honestly, I kind of like the idea of the simplified or the empowered. Maybe well, this buff isn't terrible. Hey, 14, how's it going? Yeah, let's try to do this raging key cauldron. We already bought the recipe for the geoplate, and we're gonna need the armor blank, which we already bought. Okay, excellent. All right, what do we need to make those? So we go to recipes, cauldron first. Okay, some cold iron. I'm sure we can get that over at the mine. We'll have to go down there and check it out. Some flaring yang bud. We can get that from the spirit garden. And for the plates, we need cold iron and an armor blank. And for the armor blank, we need 3 tough iron. Okay, let's see if we can make that happen. I think that's the easiest upgrade we could do at the moment. Did I have any other quests? We have a coaling to do. Yeah, okay, let's focus on this first. You're raging against the machine. Ah, which album? Okay, so we are still not allowed to mine because we have not broken through yet. So we're going to go to the market. We're going to buy. Okay, so we need 3 tough iron. And we need, I believe, 4 cold iron. I'm going to double check that before we leave, because we're going to have to go over to get some of the herbs. Okay, so we have everything we need. We just need the yang bud, and you need 1. Okay, yeah, we are good to go as long as we don't fail anything, he says nervously. And we'll zip over to the herb garden. Yeah, nothing says enjoyment like when your work stuff isn't working. We've been having problems with the some of the equipment at my work. It's super duper annoying. Okay, we need to buy. We need 2 of these, and maybe we'll make some herbs over here too. But let's get the raging key cauldron built first. So nothing special here. Do I have? He's here. Do I have anything I haven't learned from you yet? No, we have everything. Okay. Just making sure that we're not missing out on an ability or something. All right. We're definitely not going to fail here. Hey, Wolf. I played a bit after watching it on stream yesterday. Using the crafting hall to learn a bunch of recipes for the spirit stones was really convenient. Yeah, we'll have to check that out. I know I don't have all the recipes yet. I think there's also some crafting abilities we can buy at the Sect too, so we could also look to expand that way. Okay, so 100%. Okay, we are going to need a lot of fusions, so let's just be ready for that. We'll do that. I think we're going to use our harmonious here to actually go for completion. I want to make sure we don't fail. I would like a perfect one, but it's more important that we don't fail first. Okay, balance. So we have 3 uses and then another harmonious. Okay, so that harmonious is going to end up having to be a siphon key. I don't love that. but it's better than wasting it. So we'll siphon the key. We'll forcefully stabilize. Again, we just got to continue to work here. Okay, 15. We're definitely going to have to use one of these. Let's just get it complete first. And then we'll stabilize. Okay, so we have 5 clicks left. We have enough oomph to do a couple refines. And we have 2 coming up. You use 18. Okay, so 18 and 7 would be 25. So I wouldn't be able to do 3. Okay, this is going to be a little weird, but I think we're going to actually wait. And then with our harmonious, we are going to do our harmonious refine. And then with our brilliant, we're going to do a normal simple refine. And then we're just out of juice, unfortunately. Actually, no, we're not. Maybe. So if we wait here, we siphon key. Nope, and then we're done. Okay, and we lucked out. We hit the 60%. All right, that's great. That's very great. Let's go equip that, and that's going to give us some more stats while we're crafting. So improving our tools here will make everything else we're going to do a lot easier. Don't underestimate crafting abilities for the... Yeah, I need to go check those out. I briefly saw they were there, but we were so poor when I saw it, I didn't go back and look. Yeah, well, ours is some technology problems, which is very ironic because we are housed with the technology department. So there's definitely some irony going on in our situation. But yeah, it's surprising how little other people care about your problems, even when it's at work and it's their problem too. Okay, next we need the armor blank. Okay, this shouldn't be too terrible, I would imagine. Okay, so how much is... Okay, that's not too terrible. Okay, so 16 each, so we're gonna need like six uses of Stable Fusion. Let's just use a Harmonious here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, that sped that up a lot. Okay, we have another Harmonious here. Now, I don't want to siphon because we really haven't used any mana yet. So let's go ahead and we'll just Harmonious Fusion this. And that gets that finished. Then we forcefully stabilize, and then we're just in on refines. Yes. We will Harmonious refine. We're in a balance, so yes. And we will siphon down to 5. We'll stabilize. I actually don't mind this crafting system. I definitely, as long as the other abilities are interesting and different and cool, I actually really like this. It has a little bit of skill to it, and then once you've managed to accomplish your goal, you can just manufacture them with the auto. So I think that's like the best of both worlds. Okay, so we have 21 left. You're resistant. I can't really do anything else. I think we're probably done, so we just have to hope that maybe we hit the luck on the perfection here. There's no point in doing simple fusions. Yeah, and we're done. Oh, okay. Again, we hit the 79% and got the perfect. Very nice. Yeah, I can tell my crafting stats just aren't quite good enough for what we're trying to do, but that's okay. We have to use it to get some more skill, so. Red forehead emoji moment. Oh, geez. Facility you used to work at, the operators, like you pointed out, issues for a couple of years. They tend to get ignored until they cause something to break. Yep. Yeah, unfortunately, that's how most things go when you're at work. You try to point out something that would fix something or make things way better, and no one wants to pay any attention to it. Hey, Yasha? Caught up with last stream? Yeah, I quite enjoyed it, hence we're back again today. Is Sleepy Dragon woke yet? Well, he'll never be woke, I'll tell you that. But he might be awake. Okay, let's hit the geoplate recipe. All right, so we do have the perfection. We have enough materials to do it once. Complexity is 190. Okay, so I wonder what that actually is. That's just my being able to finish the craft, right? I think that's how that was working. It's perfectible. Yes. All right, begin craft. All right, let's hope we get luckier. I really do want this one to be perfected because this is a piece of gear I'm going to actually equip again. So here's hoping. Okay, so we're only hitting 11. So we definitely can finish it, but it's going to be harder than what we just did. Okay, so our harmonious we're actually going to use to try to complete it quickly. Yeah, we're going to focus in on that. Another harmonious. We're actually going to bang another one of those in there. Yes. Okay, here. Okay, this is perfect. We stabilize here. And then with this harmonious, do we siphon? Or we could finish. I think I would rather finish. This is a pretty safe time to siphon, though. Let's siphon. That's a little on the greedy side, maybe. Well, that is unfortunate. I maybe I should have done the other one. Okay, we'll do that. Okay, you're gonna go up by 50, so that would be okay. We would overcap, so we don't want to do that yet. So we'll do a simple refine here. Stabilize. I have enough to do a couple, so we'll do one. And we could harmonize again. That'd give us 76, which is not enough for another force stabilize. I think we're probably better off doing harmonious here. We can do 2 of these. We do have an increase, but we only have 3 more turns, so we're not going to make it to that next increase. We're out of juice. All right, 52%, go! Yes! Oh, wow. Man, I'm using up all my luck. No wonder things have been rough lately. We hit 3 of those. Beautiful. Okay, let's look and see what that's looking like. So, we are currently using... Oh, this is not... The Outer Disciple uniform. 66 charisma, 1000 max barrier, 1400 defense. If we switch to the armor, 96 charisma, 4000 defense, and barrier effectiveness. Barrier effectiveness is how much damage your barrier absorbs. We are at 70% right now. So a 13%, if that's additive, is insanely good. Insanely good. If that's the case, that is very, very strong. Think of it like this. If you're at 98% damage mitigation and you go to 99% damage mitigation, you just got a 50% increase. So we're going from 70 to 83 if that's the way that works. So this is huge. That is very, very, very nice. Okay. Very happy with that. Next up, let's see about making some pills. So we have... We go to pill. Oh, I didn't buy the recipes. Shoot. We have the money for them too. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's just buy out the supplies here. Since we learned these have ridiculously low caps, we'll just young rich master this. I'll just take all your herbs. We'll just take all of them. That's 7,000. Yeah, I can't quite take that many. Oh, never mind. We have 48 Lesser Spirit Grass. That's fine. Yep, give me that. Oh, I still have 3K? Okay, can I just clear this out too? 3.5K. That's the rest of my money. Yes. All right, it's totally an investment. Trust me, it's going to pay off. Right, we'll travel back to the Sect. He says as then he realizes I might need spirit stones to buy the recipes. I hope not. Okay, no, I don't. Good, good. Do you talk to your work machines? Only if I'm swearing at it. I mean, mine's a office setup, but very annoying when things decide not to work. I'll say that. Swag armor. That's right. 96 charisma. Have you seen it? Wolf says, when I was in the Navy, I had a steam turbine driven water pump that would fervently bless and pray. I've heard that a lot of the Navy basically just works by appeasing the machine spirits. So that totally checks out from what I know. Okay, I want... We do have the recuperation pill. Was I just literally blind, or was that on another screen? All right, well, since we're here, maybe the regeneration pill wouldn't be bad either. And I think that's all I want at the moment. Okay. Are they just not under pills? Oh, it's under its own. Wow, that's a little weird to me. We have a thing for pills, and then we have one for recuperation, which is a pill. Interesting. Okay, well, that's fine. We have 50 of those, so we don't need those at the moment. We have 0 healing pills, so we definitely need some of those. I would like some Inner Furies, and I would like to try out the regen. So let's try to make 1 batch of each, assuming I have what we need. We totally do. Let's begin that craft. Another thing you can buy, although they're very expensive, is you can buy some potions that give you temporary crafting buffs. In my little single-player game I was playing around after stream yesterday, I did that because his crafting was terrible. So I kind of like bought my way into leveling up a little bit. Okay, let's find out how hard this is. Okay, not too bad. It's probably hard to see, but right here, when I mouse over this, there's a light green bar that shows how much it's expecting to complete. We go boink. We're already up to 27. We're not going to struggle for completion, so I'm actually going to go into Harmonious's here. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Our crafting stats are good enough to kind of blitz our way through this. All right, now here's a little conundrum. I guess right here we would want to siphon. So I think we're going to weirdly force stabilize this turn. We might not even need to siphon. Okay, with that harmony, we pop that, and that finishes 100% perfection. Oh yeah. Yeah, we definitely were up the appropriate level for that one. Cool. And then we'll do the regen recipe, same thing. Okay, you're gonna be about the same difficulty. You might even be a little bit easier. Okay, I believe key control is the stat that we use for refines, not for fusions. So I'm pretty sure. Okay, that was plus 22. Let's test that for sure. Yeah, plus 22. So on these down arrows, I really want to be doing fusions if I can help it. All right, so we need to do 2 more fusions. 1, 2, and then we would hit this, and that would be no good. So let's do a refine, and then we can fusion our way past this. All right, then here we stabilize. Yeah, I don't know how great and entrancing of gameplay that is, but I'm really enjoying this this crafting system. Okay, now it is resistant here. I think this is an example we would just wait. Why would I wait and not just click stabilize though? Just they do the same thing basically, because you don't do anything because I've already completed it. Yeah, that seems a little weird. Wait should be a different value than this. I don't know. I don't know balance wise which way to take it, but this should not be the same because that's really weird. Okay, we're in balanced. I think we can probably just blitz our way through here. We totally can. There we go. Perfect craft. 3 more skill. I think we get more crafting skill when we do perfections. Another thing I've kind of noticed. Okay, now we have some of everything. Breakthrough. Okay, yeah, right. We need these for our other breakthroughs. Okay, that's going to be a little difficult. I kind of think I want to make a couple of these so we can give them to our friends. I have what I need. We could definitely do it. Yeah, let's just instant craft that. We get 1. Give me a second one. Yeah, notice we're not getting any crafting skill from that. I wonder if you don't from the auto completes. You do get the key though. Okay, and then we could do a few of these. I think we're just gonna insta craft them again. Yeah. This is a pretty good key, too. Not a terrible way to level up. We're going to hit end of month here. It's probably enough for now. Before the end of the month rolls over, let me go look at the mission hall. Let me just accept what's in here. Ligu Lurker and Lingu Moor. Okay. I pay you. Also in the Moor. Deliver a bottleneck pill. Okay, I can already do that because of what we just crafted. Healing pills, we can do that. Talisman blank, we can craft that. Recuperation pill, we already have that. Cool. Okay, we need a talisman blank. Let's just do that before I get off track here. What is that under? Material? Yes. And we just boink, and that's done. Okay, we're into the new month. A familiar voice calls out to you as you're walking. You turn and find P-Lip heading towards you, smiling and giving you a wave. Hey there, Zinky. Have you got a moment? I've been trying to study how this flows. Okay, yes. At some point, this probably wouldn't be worthwhile, but this is just such free XP. I just don't see a reason not to do this. I gotta be a little careful here because I don't want to land. Yeah, so you... I guess it's fine here because I'm going to actually stabilize. So do that. Stabilize. Finish it. Okay, now am I going to try to save up for another stabilize? I think we probably do stabilize again. 88, so that'd be 98, 106. So I can't afford this. What would be the point though? Because I can't refine anymore. Yeah, there would be no point to that. Okay, just do those. All right, he's very happy about that. It's kind of interesting that, like, for him, we get approval by doing his little side quest crafting, and for the May character, we gain it by going out and fighting monsters. So there's different ways to get affection with different characters. So just something of note, I suppose. Okay, so mission hall. Those are only accepted. Where did you want me to take these? Do I not turn them in here? I sure do. Ah, the disciple who took the pill crafting mission. I take it. Well, do you have the goods? You gave him 2 bottleneck pills. Very nice, very nice. Top quality too. Such dedication and skill is quite commendable. Well done. You honor the sect. Go to the mission hall and claim your reward. You've earned it. Really, you're gonna... Can't just give it to me, man? Okay, cha-ching. Okay, we've got all the missions here. Let's go. I think we're gonna go here and we'll pick up their missions too, since we're gonna have to travel south. I did do a little bit of research and I found the spirit well. I think it's down here in this forest. So we need to go down there. And this area is Body Forging Middle. We're in Body Forging Middle, and now we have some better armor, so I feel a little more comfortable going down there. And we got all the pills. We're gonna turn into a wandering sword guy and all of his pill addictions. This game is so bare bones, terrible combat, uninteresting, right? Strangely addicting to watch. I disagree. I don't feel like it's bare bones. The graphics aren't anything to write home about. I'll give you that one. And I do wish that the combat had a little bit more animation. But I've actually thought it's relatively deep. Now, of course, I'm just scratching the surface here, so we'll see. But just perusing around on the Discord a little bit, there's some interesting builds that people have done. Remember, we're in the first realm. We're in like baby's first cultivation at the moment, too. Man, I gave away both the pills, didn't I? All right, well, that's fine. All right, let's seek danger with her. All right, let's do it. All right, what are we gonna fight? Grashi Alpha. I think maybe it's just because I don't mind. It depends on the game, but I don't mind simplified things for graphics as long as the character building is interesting. And for cultivation, it's all about make numbers go up. And I can make the numbers go up. So that makes me happy. Is this early access? Yes, it is, Chunky. Right now, the first 5 realms are in, and I believe by the time it's going to leave early access, I keep forgetting if it's 9 or 10 realms total. It's probably 9 because we're going to ascend from 9 mountains, or maybe 10 is heaven ascension. I seem to remember somebody saying it should have 20 to 30 hours of content right now, if you were really into it. The combat's the best part of the game for me, crafting my own techniques and sequence. It reminds me a lot of Yixian, the card, like the deck builder card auto battler thing we played before. That one's a little different because that's more of like a PvP focus. This is more of a PvE thing. I also want to see how deep the stories go. Like, they've been relatively simple so far, but again, we're in baby's first realm, so we'll see how it goes. Like, what happens when we fill these up? I may approval, 5 more required to progress relationship. So we'll see. Are we gonna be friends or what? Okay, so that was what we needed there. Do we have any missions we need to do over here? Okay, travel to the plains, forest, more. We're gonna need to go turn that in at the city. Turn that in at the outpost. Okay, we don't need anything else here, so let's move on. Okay, turn in the healing pills. I'm not gonna read these, just I'm turning something in since we've already read those before. So she says thank you. She's gonna go help people save their lives. This guy's really rude when I hand him the stuff, my high quality stuff, I'll have you note. And then recuperation pill. I think it's the same dialogue here. Yep. Accepts it gracefully. Yeah, you're very welcome. Weirdly enough, I actually think it's interesting that NPCs, for the most part, have actually been polite. In almost every game, every NPC is like super rude for like no reason. Carpenter. Hello. Carpenter Tu Mujang. What do you sell, Carpenter? Looking to get something built? I'm your man. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know if we can customize our room at the Sect. I haven't even fiddled with it, but I do know that we can build other abodes. And I think the other ones are probably what we can actually customize. I mean, I have to have my cultivation cave somewhere, right? All right. Yeah, I'll be seeing you too. I'm poor at the moment. And our friends here. Secure the area by patrolling the vicinity and clearing out threats. Can we do that? Oh, Xiaoqi! Do you have some free time? I was just about to do some rounds, make sure the area is safe. Care to join me? I got asked by the foreman, and I'm sure they'd appreciate extra hands. Yeah, okay. Let's see what this does. Great, let's head out then. Okay, so wow. All right, so we're taking numbers again. Gotcha. Craft some hand-rolled Cuban cigars for the charisma bonus. The deep hiding forest leads to the spirit well. Okay. Yeah, we weren't really prepared for those deep dives yet because I felt like we had too much attrition on our HP as we were going. It should be a lot better now. You get fun combat. Oh, hold on. This is why I was thinking of Matchless Kung Fu. That game is amazing. You get fun combat and even verbal combat. Now pet combat. Oh, interesting. I haven't played since they added pets. My complaint with Matchless Kung Fu is their translation sucked. And I ran in, like, I went back and I was going to do another playthrough because they had like a big patch. And there was even less translated than last time I had played because they'd added a bunch of new content that wasn't translated. Like, it was ridiculous. I actually was really disappointed because I was going to do another playthrough and I was just like, I'm just not doing it. I'm just not doing it. Don't sell me a game and tell me that it's translated and then have a bunch of untranslated stuff like a year later. I definitely will go back to it because I do like Matchless Kung Fu, but I was very frustrated by that. Play some Aura. I'm not ashamed to admit I've watched people's Let's Plays of Aura 4X. I have played myself. That would be a rough one. That'd be a rough one. There's probably like 4 of us in the entire plant that would watch that. I wish we would get games that had that kind of depth, but with just kind of a more modern graphical interface. After a long circuit and some brief battles, you successfully return. We gained an approval. Thanks for helping me. We gained a reputation. Okay. Not even a reward, though? Just a little something something? I won't lie, I'm a little disappointed with that. As you arrive, you notice a group of cultivators watching a demonstration. Stepping into the crowd, you get close enough to hear what's being said. Now, you can clearly see this wondrous effect. The weapons are clearly not just for show, they are part of a formation. No longer must you scrounge together whatever you have to attempt to progress. Formations are the answer. We free cultivators have put down for too long, and this is the breakthrough we need. With formations, we can finally match up to the sects and the nobles and their endless supply of resources. With a flourish of his hands and a flashing lustrous orb glowing brightly, numerous blades, bells, shields revolve around the man, emitting shocking pressure. This is the power of formations. With the right weapons and the right formation, you can achieve anything. I will sell recipes for these stunning pieces for a fraction of the price a sect would charge. The man turns around and the swirling weapons and shields fly into his storage ring as he steps back from the crowd. Any who desire power or questions, step forward now. I can deliver the power you seek. I mean, we'll inspect the wares, obviously. He has a formation core. A formation core designed to manipulate the flow of energies far more precisely than by simple key manipulation alone. The core is inscribed with control programs that pair with many formation derivatives, allowing for devastating effects to be rendered in the correct hands. Artifact. Okay, so this is... Activate your formation. Okay, so this isn't an artifact. It's a formation, literally. Use a formation part in combat to add them to your combat formation and gain passive bonuses. Okay, so these are like consumables. Formation bell. Are these one-time uses, or do I get to keep this? Shattered Mind does minus defense and it stacks. At the end of each round, you lose 1. Use a formation part in combat to add it to your combat formation, gain passive bonuses. You can activate the formation to gain further bonuses. Formation parts used will be lost to the enemy. Okay, so these are consumables. Inflict Shattered Mind on the target at the beginning of each round. Each activation of your formation will cause the bell to toll once more, inflicting more. Blade recipe. A tiny blade beautifully ornate and deceptively sharp. The blade is also inscribed with delicate glyphs and complex runes, defining key flow and control programs. When used alone, it might be limited, but in combination with a formation, it can be devastating. That is a lot of damage. Okay. I think this is a little too rich for my blood at the moment, but this is very interesting. We could poison people with this. I have literally 38 stones, so. If you see me in the future, feel free to ask about formations. I'll be happy to impart my knowledge. The crowd is riled up, and you can see the passion of nearby free cultivators reaching a height you didn't know possible. Making your way out of the crowd, you return to what you were doing before, thinking about the man's words. I'm thinking I'm pretty broke. A Neostar Alpha, a Garashi Alpha, and a Wizo pack. I hate those packs so much. All right, we'll do it. We'll do it. I think it's probably better to spend a recuperation pill than it is to spend a bunch of healing pills. All right, we'll zip on over there. Let's do... You want to do a Seek Danger? You don't. All right, we'll hunt down the Alpha. Mr. H2O, or H20. I just bought the game after watching your video live yesterday, maybe playing the game tonight. Well, I hope you enjoy. I've been enjoying it quite a bit. This was something, I've had a few people suggest it to me. Just people that have watched my other cultivation or wushu stuff. And it was on itch for a long time, but I just never got around to it. And I figured, well, if you want more games to be made of a certain genre, you have to support the genre. So that's how I feel there. So I don't mind it. $9.99 is a very fair price in my opinion. So I think I'm gonna definitely get my at least 1 hour per dollar. I'll probably get a lot more than that. I've never used them, so I don't know if they're consumables. Yeah, we did confirm they are consumables. By the way, Babble opinion on the brand new. All I know is that people were spamming my Discord with a moose emoji. When we're done with stream tonight, I'm gonna probably record a quick little first look video. Probably post that tonight. So I didn't look on purpose because I kind of want it to be a fresh look at it. If you look, the formation items are all labeled Meridian Opening Room. Ah, so they're above me too. Good to know. I was really hoping I'd run into you doing some tasks for the locals. I knew you wouldn't turn a deaf ear. All right, you want some help fighting? Oh no, you're gonna help me. Cool. All right. Well, thank you. How much do you hit for? I don't suppose you tell me. Wait a minute. Am I using my blood? Son of a gun. Son of a gun. We've been using the blood stuff on accident because I forgot that we changed that at the end of last stream for that tournament. All right, let's go fix that. No wonder we took so much damage. I was wondering what was going on there. I was doing self-inflicted. All right, well, thank you for paying me this time. Appreciated. All right, let's go fix that. That was a bit of an oof. Okay, so we want this one. No, 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 no. Okay, so I think I actually want to set this up a little bit differently. If we do an advancing fist, that gives us some barrier and 1 stack of flow. Then we do a crane stance, which gives us 3 stacks of flow. Then we can meteor kick, which costs 4 flow. So we get a little bit of shield, and then we get to use our big attack. So I think this is going to be a little more damage. I think before I was doing this a little differently. I think we were still using the punch. Okay. That was all we needed here, right? One thing I need to do, the dev is very active on his Discord, by the way. I already posted a couple little bugs or suggestions, and he already said he fixed a couple of them, and they're going to be in next patch. So if you see something you don't like, definitely post on there, and he'll probably take a look at it. I think these should say complete, is my long-winded way of saying that. I think these should say complete when they're done. So like this one, it should say like complete on this rather than nothing. Well, just like it says new. So I will post that when I get some time. Okay, let's go see if we can find the spirit well. So let's go in this direction. We'll just continue to finish quests as we head towards here. All right, here we have the Wizo pack. All right, Congo line never ends. All right, let's see how hard we hit here. 6.5k. About 45% of the life. I really wish that was 50%. And the next one's gonna kill him, so I might as well go for extra barrier. Before doing the breakthrough to realm 2, you might want to check the trophy list. There's a couple you can do as a 1 late. I don't even think did we break through the late? I'm not even sure. Yeah, yes we did. Okay. All right, we could check that. Okay, you're in Pierce mode. You're a brand new guy. I still have barrier. Yes, yes, keep punching. Ready to turn in might be better than complete. Yes, I mean, I'm not, it doesn't have to be that wording, but some indication that it's done. Because a lot of times you'll see me going through the list several times. It's like me counting thrones and dominions. I just have to keep doing it over and over because I just can't believe the numbers. Some of that's because it uses up a lot of my brain power when I'm live. It wouldn't be as bad if I was just playing by myself. Watched the Baby Boomer video yesterday after you were live. He was doing blood build. I feel like blood build was strongly powerful. Yeah, I watched like 5 minutes of his playtime before I bought it, just to make sure it was something that looked decent. I didn't want to spoil myself too much. It can be nice going into something with just fresh eyes, so you don't have preconceived notions about what you should or shouldn't be doing. My plan for this character is actually to use Celestial. We just haven't got enough shards yet to do the switch. Or maybe even Cloud. Little napping dragon. I could see clouds being a long theme there. Oh, hey, we could actually do 2 more, and then we can do 2 celestial shards. Pack falls. Excellent, excellent. Okay, do we have any other missions here before I move on? See, this is what I'm talking about. Now I'm gonna go through here. I'm gonna click every single one of these to figure out what we have left. More. Done. Okay, we're done here. Let's go see if we can find the spirit well. A deeper part of Hien Forest, where the key is even denser and the spirit beast even fiercer. A choking canopy above cuts off the sunlight, and the thick key-heavy mist lingers within, making it easy to get lost in the depths. I actually really like this little badge picture here. Looks very mystical. Makario likes the celestial. Yeah, me too. I like builds that like continuously build up buffs, and that's kind of what you do with that one. You do this thing where you flip-flop between moonlight and sunlight, and like you kind of have like this tide of building up different buffs for damage and mitigation. I also like that, at least to my knowledge, we can learn whatever we want. Maybe like our stats would kind of define our build, but if I decide to change, I can just do it. I just need to farm up the stuff. All right, explore. A deep chittering rumble sounds through the mist of the forest, freezing you in your tracks. From around a tree ahead of you strides a hulking figure, its head swinging side to side, the antenna on its crown flickering around to point at you. Instantly, 2 huge eyes lock on your form, and the spirit beast explodes in a chittering charge. Oh, shit. That's a beastly looking little thing. These things kind of, for whatever reason, remind me of like Digimon. Digimon came out when I was a little too old to get into it, but for whatever reason, that's what they remind me of. I don't know if that's actually true or not. All right, what are you doing? Fury. At the end of each round, gain a stack. Rend. Okay, so we'll start with our high damage while our shield talisman's going. Okay, he's body forging middle, so we do little realm him, so that shouldn't be too bad. Although he is escalating up that damage every round. I'm glad we got that extra barrier effectiveness. Babble spitting facts. If I see an interesting game, I try to go totally blind. Yeah, I mean, and it can be hard, right? Like, because nobody wants to waste their money. And there's plenty of garbage games for sale, that's for sure. A Lear-Intus lens is the treasure. He drops small scales and some fist. And some battle sets. Cool. So we're probably going to try to 100% this before we leave, if we can. Walking through the dense mist of the forest, suddenly you find yourself enraptured by a series of shimmering orange and green orbs. You sense the world around you fades as you get drawn deeper and deeper. Then, just as suddenly, you break yourself free of the technique, finding yourself face to face with a spirit beast. It's another bug. That bugs me. Blossom looks really interesting for operating off of buff stacking. Well, and some of them seem to have like cross buffs. Like I think blossoms and blood and weapon all can generate, I think they're metal shards, which is like the main thing you need for the weapon one. So like you can actually have these like hybrid builds. You don't have to be like pure fist, for example, like we are currently. I only build flesh because I'm a body cultivator and barrier efficiency is fun. Some chitin, more fist, and some blossom. Give me celestial shards, darn you. Also, let me find something. More of the same. You should waste your money a little bit. That's what it's there for. I don't know about that. Last summer, my well went basically dry. So I had to have a whole new well drilled. That was very, very expensive. And one of my big to-dos last year was I needed to get a new car. That didn't happen. This year, I started a minor project of having some work done on my house. I just needed some like weather stripping and some stuff just kind of updated and resealed. And that has escalated into several different expensive repairs. So I don't know. It's very good to have savings for when you need them is what I will say. Like I always say, like if I didn't have what I make off the channel, I wouldn't spend and try out a lot of these games I try out. So I use that money hopefully to show other people cool games, and then they can decide whether it's for them or not without having to put down their money. Oh, I missed something there. The mist of the forest grows thicker and veritably ooze with ki as you wind deeper into the depths. Pools of ki-infused water turn the ground even more treacherous, and the air fills with a sickly sweet smell of decay. Then the dense trees open up and reveal a majestic sight. A glowing expanse of springs, each one spilling ki out into the air, scintillating waves. You have found the heart of the forest. All right, well, that's what we were looking for. You discover Spirit Well, and we're 100% explored. Okay, cool. So Spirit Well. Now we needed a spirit core. And we need that for Forge Lord's Footsteps. Yeah, Spirit Core 1. Who's here? Body Forging Late. Okay, you don't. I don't know if these other ones are going to be dangerous. I'm just being cautious. I have most of the games after I watch Babel. Babel's videos make them entertaining and makes me want to buy the game. Well, I'm glad. Hopefully you've been happy with your purchases. Check out Blade Song. Did you post that in the suggestion thread on Discord? I have the memory of a goldfish when I'm live, in all honesty. I often will forget, even when I'm like, what was it I was supposed to remember? Blade Song. Forging Grimdark. Okay, I'll try to remember. I know I've had people that ran to let me fix this minor house issue. Yep, that's basically what I have, Wolf. Basically, I was, like I said, some weather stripping stuff, and then they found some mold, and then they were like, well, this little area's got some rot that really needs to be fixed. And I'm like, well, I gotta fix it. Like, I can't not fix it. But, you know, what I thought was gonna be a couple $100 is now a few $1,000s. And we haven't finished yet, so who knows? Oh. Okay, well, that was not what I was expecting. I thought that was just another random monster. Okay, so we have a little bit of a mini boss here. A Jurenzai Swarm Host. Body Forging Late. Okay, so we're equal realm with each other. What are you gonna do? Swarmling. At the end of each round, deal 370 damage. 1 time per stack. 1 stack. Okay, so he's planning on stacking that a whole bunch to just do auto damage to me. Okay, so if I do a regeneration pill, every technique I would heal for 385. 5 stacks, so for 5 rounds, we would get that. So let's call that 1,000 each, so that'd be 5,000 HP. That's way more than a healing pill over time. Or we could get some Inner Fury, which would give us a bunch more damage. We better go with the healing. I don't know how hard this guy's gonna really hit. All right, we're gonna build up our barrier automatically, so let's go for the offensive hits here. You could have started and ended with, well, that's hell of expensive. Yep. Not in the Discord. Okay, I will try to remember, Makara. Blade Song. Blade Song. I will try to remember. I can't promise that, though. Okay, so we're not gonna need that many rounds. Okay, he keeps those, though. Those don't say they're gonna go away. And now he's gonna slam me several times. All right, I think we're gonna pop a Fury, and we're gonna try to burn this guy down. We have 4K shields. We would just barely run out. Let's go for the higher damage. Okay, yeah, we're fine there. We're actually healing, so that's a good sign. Our barrier's still up. Again, let's go for the higher damage. Few K, welcome home. Oh yeah, like I said, I had to drill a well last year. Let's just say that was not a friendly amount of money. Okay, our barrier's almost completely defeated. I think we're gonna, well, no, I think we're gonna stick with the higher damage because what I'm worried about is he's gonna keep spawning more swarmlings, and he's just escalating his damage the longer this fight goes on. So I think we're just gonna DPS race him. All right, so we got the spirit core we needed. Excellent, excellent. Got a swarmling wing, which is a treasure. Small scales, some fists, some weapons, some cloud. What? Literally everything except for what I want for Celestial. Go figure, huh? Falls before me. Okay, well that was what I needed. Do we do it again just to see if there's any different monsters? Probably should. Is it just him or are there other things? A great buzzing interspersed by clashes of metal fills the air, shattering the stillness. Head towards the battle. A female disciple clad in the uniform of an outer disciple of the Nine Mountain Sect is locked in a fierce battle with a hulking form of a great swarm host. Behind her lies a field of spirit herbs ripe for the taking if the attacking beast can be felled. Without thoughts of reward filling your mind, you spring forward into the fray. Well, I'm thinking about rewards a little bit. I mean, just a little bit. What do you mean you need to drill a... Well, I had a well, and then I have all kinds of people around me that water lawns with their well, and I managed to basically drain the aquifer I was in. So now I am in an aquifer a 200 feet deeper. So yeah, thanks neighbors. Real cool that you sold off your water rights and are using your well water to irrigate. Very cool. The only consolation I have is they've all had to re-drill too, so at least they had to suffer. Although now they're draining my new source of water. Yeah, whoever invented lawns in the desert, we need to have a talk. A long talk about that. Okay, so we could farm spirit cores if we wanted to. Crystallize... Oh, didn't we need this for something too? I think we needed something for that too. Although, we can always come back. Did you give me a celestial? Okay, you did. We're up to 20. Let's go actually do our shards quick. I had it, the woman grumbles before shaking her head, but thank you nonetheless. You'll be wanting some of the herbs, I take it. Go on, collect your share. We got 10 lesser spirit grass, 2 shui blooms, and 2 lesser hui herb, 2 flaring yang bud, 2 lacquer root. Okay, that actually was pretty decent. And we gained some rep. Now I'd best be off. It won't be long before another beast like that comes to sniff out the source of the commotion, and I want to be long gone before that happens. All right, well, me too, me too. All right, let's make our technique. Celestial shards. All right, come to daddy. Give me the rest of the techniques. You take your well under their lawn. I would not put my well on their property. No, no, no. At least 1 stack of sunlight is required. Deals 2,362 damage. Converts sunlight to moonlight. All right. I thought I bought it, but maybe I didn't. Sunrise. Gain 1 stack of solar attunement and gain 1 stack of sunlight. Convert all moonlight to sunlight. Maybe I didn't, and I thought I had. The downsides of playing outside of stream. No, I have Searing Sun. Nope, I do have it. So we look here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if they have the same number of techniques, we should have them all learned at this point. You can only have 3. You can auto switch if doing a certain set of automatic chains. I'm using a hotkey to change when I'm fighting. So for me right now, my number 1 is the advancing fist, and my number 2 is the kick fist. You can set up rules to auto do it too. I haven't quite got that far. I really like this though. Conditional win, that's cool. I like stuff like that. You can kind of automate your fights if you're comfortable with that. Let's... Okay, hang on. We actually are really low. I need to think about that. What is our timetable for things? Okay, we got plenty of time. I think I want to stop in somewhere and heal. 20 days to travel to the village. 11 to go back to the outpost. I guess let's hit the outpost. Yeah. Not bad. We got 5 battle sense there. Okay, does anyone know how much battle sense do I need before I get another stance? Because I believe that scales off of your battle sense. I am at... Let me show that. I'm at 18. Your experience in combat affects the number of stances you're allowed to set, and your power bonus each time you change stances. Current bonus is 4%. Bottom right of stances screen. Okay. Available stances 1, battle sense to next stance 2. Thank you very much. Okay, so we're getting close. Okay, Mr. Outpost, please let me heal. And since we're here anyways, we'll pick up a Radiscar Alpha. I mean, I guess there's no reason not to take it. I'm not heading that way anytime soon, though. Okay, well, we'll try to keep building relation with everyone too. I don't know how important friendship is, but that's usually pretty important in cultivation novels. One more friend is one less enemy, as Ching would say. Oh, and I was gonna change the Celestial and try it out, and I totally spaced on that. I like that we almost killed that guy in one go, though. You already have a third stance. You're not... Oh, okay. I guess I need to take a closer look at that UI then. I was expecting to see another, like, edible block show up when I had one. It's every 10. Okay, thank you, Yasha. That's what I need, some hard numbers. I so wish we were one-shotting these guys. Sleepy dragon, sleepy friends. We could have a sleepover. I will say, I do like making character names and then having, I use Gemini, having Gemini translate it into like the Chinese equivalent. It works very well, actually, at least for my pseudo Chinese sounding names that I try to make. All right. Yep. We got our approval. Yep. You're all good to go. Okay, let's actually go fiddle with that a little bit. So, okay. I see. All right, let's actually try. Yeah, delete. Okay, not gonna let me delete no one. Let's actually try to do a celestial one. Let's take a look here. Okay, so Deepening Shadows requires at least 1 stack of Moonlight, so we can't do that to start with. Moonlight, used to empower celestial techniques. Defense +5 per stack. Requires 1 stack of Moonlight. Can't do. Moonrise, gain 1 stack of Lunar Attunement and gain 1 stack of Moonlight. Convert Sunlight to Moonlight. So that's a yes. So now we have Lunar Stance. Moonveil. At least 1 stack of Moonlight, we gain a bunch of Barrier, and we convert Moonlight to Sunlight. So no. Requires Sunlight. Gain 1 stack of Solar Attunement and 1 stack of Sunlight. Convert Moonlight to Sunlight. Okay, so when we want to switch over, that's one way we could do it. I probably... So add at least 1 stack of Moonlight, which we would have here. So we would go second Moonlight. And then we could deal some damage and convert to sun. So that would be stance 1. Okay, stance 2. Back out of that. Okay, so now we're in sunlight. Stance 2. Gain 1 stack of solar attunement and gain 1 stack of sunlight. Okay, so, or instead of whatever we just did to switch over, 2,300 damage. No, that probably is fine. Okay, we're in sunlight. We could do 3,000 damage, gain sunlight, converts all sunlight to moonlight. No. Okay, so which one of these would we like to do? Requires 1 sunlight. Why would I ever sunstrike when I could searing lance? You need 1 sunlight. We do 2,300 damage and change from sunlight to moonlight. This one lets me gain. I see. This is a builder. This is just a spender, essentially. But you hit harder. I feel like that's a little weird. Gain 1 stack of solar attunement. Okay, so this is going to be weird. I'm going to be in sun very, very little. Because that converts me to moonlight. That converts me to moonlight. Yeah. Okay, well. What are stances? Stances are the set of 3 combos I can do every round. So every round I turn on one of these combos. When we break through each of these combos, we'll get a 4th slot. So they'll get longer and more complex. Okay, so now we're back in moonlight. What do we want to do in moonlight? Requires 1 stack of moonlight. We could gain some barrier, but then I would convert. Yeah, I could do damage and stay in moonlight. You don't give me any more stacks though. Deal. Okay, just immediately flip back and forth. I mean, I guess we could do that. Oh, I see. I can't have you in here twice. I see. Gain 1 stack of solar attunement. Solar attunement is a stacking damage buff. I guess we'll do that one. Okay, let me check this. So, Moonrise, we gain lunar attunement. Lunar attunement is a stacking defense buff. We gain a stack of moonlight. Then we gain a stack of moonlight and we do some damage. So we're at 2 stacks of moonlight. Then we deal a bunch of damage and we change to sunlight. Okay, we're in sunlight now. We do a bunch of damage and we gain sunlight. And we convert our sunlight back to moonlight. So we're going to keep building these buffs up and flip-flopping back and forth which type they are. Okay, so now we're in moonlight. While we're in moonlight, we hit really hard and we flip back to sun. Gain 1 stack of solar attunement and 1 stack of sunlight. Yeah, they do talk about it in the tutorial that if you buy the manuals, it'll at least tell you one stance that's guaranteed to work. Like, you could totally make this so it doesn't work. That's why I'm counting this so carefully. And we still have 1 more stance. So we could make another one, or we could just make kind of a neutral something else. So we are in sunlight. Let's do 1 more and let's just see what this does. Okay, so we're in sunlight. We need to get to... No, are we? To sunlight. Okay, yes, we are. We are in sun. So we need something to go to moon. I think we use the big hitter again. We want a searing lance as often as we can. And we can only use it once per combo. Okay, I probably should have shields in here somewhere. Where's my gain 1 stack though? Okay, we'll gain 1. We'll grab a big barrier. All right, let's just try that. This is probably not optimized. But let's just try it just to see what it does. So I need to do 1, 2, 3 essentially to make sure this works. These need to happen in order or it won't work. Okay, we've already accepted those. Let's get out of here. We do have to stop here. Are you ready to do another Seek Danger? All right, we'll do it. Grinding some reputation here too at the same time. All right, buddy. Here we go. So we start with, and if I click this, it'll actually bring these up and you can see them. I usually just using hotkeys on my mouse to do these, but okay, so we start with the number 1. Okay, so we're in moon form. Now we're in lunar. What do we have here? We have lunar attunement. We have celestial boost per stack up to 50%. I believe this one is the just straight damage. If you have moonlight, then we get the celestial boost. We have sunlight, which is just straight power boost. Okay, and number 2. So we're at 1 and 2. Yes, yes. Okay, we're at 1 and 4, and we have the solar attunement currently. Now we do a number 3, and that's the round my shield talisman wears off, so we have the big barrier in there. That seems pretty good. I don't know if that's more damage than we were doing with the other one, but that seems pretty good. Got some approval. Yep, yep. Okay, now we'll hunt the Radiscar. Oh, hey, friend. Yeah, look at this. We're just making friends all over the place. Okay, number 2. Yeah, and my graphic is a little different. Now we have a little moonbeam instead of a yellow punchy punch. You should check the manual and see what the recommended celestial stance to check as a baseline. Okay, yeah, that's actually a good thought. At least whatever I built does work. So at least I'm on the right track. So we go to manual. They're doing Moonrise, a Moonstrike, and then a Searing Lance. So just out of curiosity, how close did I end? I did not end up the same. We did a moon. They did a Moonstrike, and then they did a solar. I guess a Searing Lance, because you can only use it once per go, would be pretty important. This deals about 1,000 less damage. Let's try what I've got for now, but maybe we will refiddle with that a little bit. Okay, so we want to head to the moor, and we have quests to do here too. Stop on by, hunt the alpha. All right, buddy. The power of the moon and sun will destroy you. This is just showing the days that he's taking naps. Just there's one day. Oh, there's another day. There's another day. Is it just my imagination, or are those getting bigger as I'm getting more buffs? Also, I just got a bunch of shards. Can you train MMA? I guess that would be fist. Okay, do we have any other quests here? I'm sure we do. Okay, we need to kill 3 Zaibu. That's in the moor, that's in the moor. Okay, 3 Zaibu is what we need to do here. You are not a Zaibu. Yeah, and the longer combat goes, the better we get. Fist maybe does a little bit more damage in the short term. Maybe. Also, we just have enough shards. But this, we're going to have that stacking buff go more and more and more. So the longer combat goes, the stronger we will get. Let's combine to a crystal. Okay, here we go. And we also apparently are missing a technique. Nope, we are done with techniques. Okay. Okay, good to know. I wonder if everybody has 7 techniques in the body forging realm. Would make sense, I suppose. I am feeling way stronger than we were yesterday. That new armor is also really lowering my attrition here. Okay, that's 1. Grr. It's stupid bird thing. Nobody wants to fight you. Get out of here. I do also believe you can change the combat speed. I'm not going to do it yet. I actually kind of like it. Just gives me a chance to go and look at chat. But if you want it to go faster, that is another way you can do it. Okay, here's number 2. Oh, we're so close to being able to take that guy out there. It's just a little bit more power. I guess another thing that this is doing is it's forcing me to change stances, so we keep getting the stance changing power buff. Which with fists, sometimes I would use the same technique multiple times. It's not those ones. Let's see if I can show it here. It's this one, Battle Sense. 4% extra power, and you get that by changing stance every round. Which makes a difference. Did you master more fist techniques than the tutorial did? No, I didn't, but that's actually a good point. I didn't. We should think about doing that for Celestial. I don't have any experience with that system beyond what the tutorial made me do. That would actually give us another pretty nice little power up. All right, is this number 3? Yes, it is. Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll have to check that next time we're in town or at the Sect. Okay, that should be everything here. Next, head to the village. Didn't I have a turn in here? I thought I had a turn in here. No. Delivery. Nope, I guess not. Okay, so we still need to kill things in the moor, though. What do you know? How goes your hunt for the Hulu? Oh yeah, yeah, I was totally doing that. Yeah, we haven't found him yet. Yeah, don't worry about it. I actually totally forgot about that. Okay, request sport. A Lingu Lurker. Yes. A Zaibu Pack. Annoying, but yes. A Puyu Alpha. Yes. And you know what? Since we're in town anyways, let's do a quick heal. I haven't had to use any of my healing potions, which is a good sign. Alright. Lingu Moor, here we come. A wide rolling expanse of waterlogged ground, from which just jut periodic earthen mounds. Solid footing is hard to find, and spirit beasts infest its waters, making travel difficult. I hope it's not more bugs. Alright, let's start with the Puyu Alpha. Just before facing off against the Alpha, you're stopped with a hand on your shoulder. Turning around, it's Ziliang grinning at you. I was really hoping I'd run into you doing some quests for the locals. I knew you wouldn't turn a deaf ear to people in need. Now let's get to it and cut some beasts down. You enter Lingu Moor, following the winding paths through the waterlogged terrain to the usual haunts of the Puyu. Then you sense it. Key in greater concentrations than should be in this region, pulsing out from the beast on the hunt. This is the target you are to slay. It's derpy alligator guy. That kind of reminds me of the monster from Wilds, the like toad thing with the big tongue. Kinda, sorta. Alright, what are you gonna do? Tense. Prepare to pounce. Pounce. And he's gonna put bitten on me. Deal 1,000 damage and a stack of bitten. And then you're gonna tear off for 2.3k. You're a body forging middle, are you? Why do I not believe you? Okay, my moon is growing. I'm not crazy. I saw that. That's amazing. I hope that can grow forever. Who says? Gotta sneak in references where I can. Okay, that wasn't nearly as bad as I thought that was gonna be. But although he did chop through my barrier pretty effectively. Puyu Tail Shell is a treasure. Gotta make that money. Finally, the creature falls before you. Haha, excellent fight. How you holding up, Xiaoqi? Smiling at him, you slowly relax after claiming victory. +1 approval. Gain some spirit stones. Gain some rep. Fantastic work. You go ahead and leave first. I'll check around the area, make sure there's not anything else to worry about. Got it. Good work, team. A pack the size of the request mentioned, not hard to find, and the chittering cries of the beast resounding over the normally silent, waterlogged ground. If these were not quite as high, like little rocky juts, this would almost look like we were in like Scotland, with just like the wet moors, kind of the flat land. I don't even know how to describe you. A lot of teeth and a weird skirt thing. Sure. He's gonna snap for 900 damage. I'm not too worried about that. Use your moon powers on him. Yeah, I like that we are continuing to buff. So the longer this goes on, the better we get. So right now, for example, we're at plus 30% power. Okay, we have lunar attunement, although we're not stacking that at the moment. And ditto with solar. So that's an extra 5% per stack. Yeah, so 5. So we're at 35% bonus damage at the moment. Okay. I'm feeling pretty good about that. I'll be honest. I just have to remember which stance we need to be doing. But other than that, it's not too bad. My goodness, there's still 2 more to go. These are really nice when we have missions to kill like 3, because it's basically just guaranteed we're going to get enough every fight. I love... Oh my gosh, look how big it's getting. Yes! There better be no maximum. I want this to go on forever till it's my entire screen. Yes! Yes! That's very satisfying, I'm not gonna lie. I think I made the right choice here. Just literally the entire screen's a giant sun. Yeah, you know, I get beaten up a little bit. It's okay. It's okay. We definitely don't have as much barrier generation in this build. Finally, the last of the pack falls before you. We gain some spirit stones. We gain some rep. All right, but we are going to go heal. That's healer. Great. It's too bad that within this screen, it's too bad that I can't have like builds. Like I wish I could just save this and then also make a fist one that we could switch back and forth between. Slay the pugs. Nope, and we do have a new stance. I don't think I need to add another one. Like we're already circling fine doing this. I guess we could add like a very shieldy version. So hold on, where am I at here? I would be going into sunlight. That's not what we would want. What if we added just a fist one here? So this one is the one that gives me the barrier. So if we did like the double fist, which gives us 2 flow, and then we just palm blast. That's like 3,000 barrier. We can put it in there. Either a barrier or health set. I don't think I have any health things yet, other than my pill. Hopefully Celestial gets a heal. I don't know if they do in higher realms. We could maybe cajole this into giving us a barrier run, but the thing is we kind of want it to end at, end at the same point this is, which is converting to sunlight. So it really wouldn't do much more than what I'm already doing. Yeah, it's okay for now. I'll think about it. Okay, what else did we need to do? I know we had multiples here. A Puyu, we still need 2 more. We got all of the Lingu lurkers. All right, 2 more Puyus. We also kind of need to find this other monster that attacked the town. With a splash and a roar, the water on one side of the path to you explodes. A great maud beast. Okay, here he is. Right on time. Blood has some health. Okay. We'll have to look at blood. I was not prepared last time with the blood stuff. And so we went and we registered for what turned out to be a blood tournament. So we made a very, very crappy build. We did manage to get to round 2 though, so we didn't get skunked at least. I was figuring it was a tournament that everyone could fight in, not that it was a blood themed tournament, which I guess I should have known better. All right, give me a Puyu or let me explore. You explore the moor further, you come across a sheltered series of alcoves above a cliff. You discover the plateau cliff base. I think that's what we actually need. Contains coaling targets. Nice. We'll do it. Excellent, excellent. All right, buddy. The fights that don't go beyond round 3 also do a lot less damage to me because my shield talisman kind of keeps me going through the first 2 rounds. It's round 3 where we start really running out. Yeah, he's gonna give me 1 big hit. Nope, he's gonna go down before he gets it. Nice. Puyu falls before you. Okay, excellent. We're gonna have to come back here and do more missions anyway, so I'm not gonna bother trying to finish. This is base of the Great Pirate Control, where the long stair begins. It's sheltered patch of land. The spirit beasts of the moor avoid it due to the dangers of the rare explorers from the plateau above, leaving it as silent as the grave. This is where our mission is. Let me double check. Our mission doesn't say something like, don't try this until you've ascended, right? No, it doesn't say anything. Slay the Hulyu. Would you have a giant frog as a pet friend? I did. When I was younger, I did collect frog figurines, so yes. Yes, I would. Get some of those rain frogs as pets, 14. Those little squeakers. Right, let's try this. Hopefully we'll be okay. It's hard to find the layer of the Hulyu. Oh no. Let me start that over. It isn't hard to find the layer of the Hulyu. All you have to do is follow the scorch marks. The creature itself lies curled up at the base of the plateau cliff, licking around the edge of its side, where the heft of Skypiercer juts out. It's wounded, yes, but it's still a beast of the Meridian opening realm, and not to be underestimated. Still, this is the best chance you'll get to kill it. Attack. Oh, nice, they actually have the spear in it. I like the detail. Okay, let's not be cocky. He is definitely better than me. Because he's a realm above me, he has an extra attack every round. Let's just immediately pop an Inner Fury pill. Pierced, so he has minus some power. Let's do some damage, do some damage, do some damage. Consuming flames. At the end of each round, I'm gonna lose. Okay, that doesn't go away. So he's gonna stack a dot on me and a minus defense. Okay, so we're in a little bit of a race here. And I'm gonna guesstimate that we're gonna be just fine based on that first round. Gonna do the same thing. Yes. Yeah, I guess with Celestial, if you got really, really into it, you could try to set up your different combos to counter heavy hitting moves from the enemy. So you'd get your big barrier right before they get their big attack. That's a little bit beyond my abilities at the moment, but interesting to think about. Sometimes you rescue frogs and toads from the concrete and steel jungle. Nice. I have a toad and probably his child that like lives under my bathroom, like underneath it. I can hear him croaking sometimes. I call him Otto. Otto the Oracle Toad, actually. I haven't heard him recently, but it's getting cold here, so he might be hibernating already. I'm in the very awkward time of year where I need my heat at night and I want AC during the day. That weird transition of fall where I live. I totally forgot where I was at in my... Okay, so we are in sun. Okay, I think we're on number 3. It does require a little bit of brain power here. We got him? We do not have him. All right. Healing pill. We really, really, really need you to go down this turn, friend. Really, really, really. Okay. Whew. Oh no! I won, but I also went down. Rip. I actually don't know what happens when we go down. I've never actually had that happen. Oh, I'm at 1 HP apparently. Eventually, the beast falls before you, the flames flickering along its body snuffed out. Stepping onto it, you grab the heft of Skypiercer, tearing it free of the corpse. The spear shudders, then drinks deeply of your ki and shoots into the air, floating down to hover beside you. You gain 1 Skypiercer. I probably should have been healing sooner. That was my bad. I got distracted by talking about Otto. With the beast slain and the artifact recovered, you congratulate yourself on a job well done. Yeah, sure. Very painful job, but a job nonetheless. Okay, do I actually get to keep it? I do. Skypiercer, a powerful artifact left behind by an unknown cultivator many centuries ago. Ever since, it's been wielded by the elders of Liangtiao village, protecting the village from the ravages of spirit beasts. Technique: gain 1 stack of Pierce the Sky. Artifact power plus 10% removed at the end of the round. Deal 3,100 damage. And other things that I can't mouse over. Just for reference, ours currently does 830 and has no buffs or debuffs. I wish I could see what those techniques were. I wish there was a way I could lock the tooltip. I don't think there is. We'll have to see it in combat. Okay, let's go heal. I need some burn cream, please. Yes, the best you have. There we go. So, Wolf, what actually happens when you normally die or go to negative HP? I assume I got a pass on that because it was a quest. Like I said, I don't know. I've never actually died before. There's a first time for everything, right? All right, old man, I got it. So the Hulu is slain. Thank you, Zuki. The village is safe once more. Zhang Fu says, bowing his head respectfully. You bow back, then turn to leave, but are stopped by the venerable elder clears his throat. Ahem. I was unsure of your intentions when you first returned, but you have proven yourselves to still be loyal to the village. So I would like to welcome you to take your old house back. Whatever happened to you, it marked it with a touch of the heavens, and it has become quite a popular spot to cultivate within. Rightfully, however, it's yours. All the local ladies. Yeah, I'm not going to forget how I was shunned. Get out of there. No key for you. They're all low-key individuals. Its condition, I'm sad to say, doesn't leave much to be desired. The attack caved in the roof and the Hulu flames torched the remains to ash. Rebuilding it will take time and considerable resources. My estimation puts it at 12,500 spirit souls. Oh my god. Is this real life? What are you doing? Have games become too realistic? I was just complaining about home repairs. If you do not wish to repair it, I understand, but the plot is yours whenever you desire it. We are currently at 4.9k. I'll think about it. Perfectly understandable. If you change your mind, come see me again. Stay safe, and may the ancestors watch over you. Guys, we don't want them to know that we're a poor. It is what it is. Okay, well, that's another mission down. Okay, we have what we need to turn in here. That we're a ways away from that one. Done, 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 done. Done, done, done. That's the forest. We're not going that way right now. In a Xiaobu pack, we can do that one. We'll do that one on the way through. Okay, so a Zelbu pack will be here. This should go a lot faster with Sky Piercer. All right, what do you do, Sky Piercer? Okay, you currently don't have the buff. So deal 3,100 damage. Gain 1 stack of Pierce the Sky. Removed at the end of the round. Okay, so we're going to... Actually, I don't know which direction do these go. Do these go left? They must go left to right. So we're going to buff, and then we're going to actually hit for 3,700-ish damage. Okay. That is way more than we were doing with our sword. Yeah, okay. It is the buffs. Yeah. Yeah, that's a little harder. It's not that hard to get 12.5k experience points, but you know, actually, if I sold my treasures, we might have that much. I didn't even think about that. Vulnerability removed. I have this dream that we're going to be able to kill these guys while they're still in their vulnerability phase. Maybe someday. So that's kind of cool. So different weapons actually can do different things. I thought all the weapons were just going to do like some little damage instances, but they could do buffs, and I assume that means they could do debuffs or other things. Yeah, we are absolutely wrecking these guys now. Bye-bye. 80 key for that also. Okay, easy peasy. All right, let's head back. Let's stop here and say hi to our friend. I think we've had a month tick by. Seek danger. These are so easy, and I really want to see what happens when we get a character full of hearts. Right now we're acquaintances, so I'm guessing it's going to go to friend. That's just my guess. We'll find out. Easy peasy. Man, we are so much stronger than we were. I gotta be careful. We're actually kind of filling up all of our ki, too. When it finally falls before you, Ima lets out a shout of adulations. That's how it's done. Xiaoqi. No problem. Alright. Home again, home again. Where are we at calendar-wise? Okay. And I want to be here next month. That's a little bit awkward. I won't lie. That's a little bit awkward. Okay, let's turn in what we got. I think I'm definitely going to put in a suggestion about a turn in all button. Especially if there's literally no dialogue beyond you go in, you turn it in, you get money. If nothing else, we're going to have a lot more Sect favor, though. We should check out the extra crafting actions, too. Okay. What do I want to do? It's day 5, and I need to be here next month. I guess we go turn in that next quest. With the spirit thing. Oh. A familiar voice calls out to you as you're walking. You find P-Lip heading towards you, smiling and giving you a wave. Hey there, Xiaoqi. Have you got a moment? Been studying to craft? Sure, friend. Sure. I'm getting better at this, I promise. All right, so boink, boink. Okay, we do that. We do that. Of course, we stabilize. Harmonious. I guess this is one where we would skip. I still find it very weird that this is Tim stability, which is the same as fusion. I find that very weird. Okay, 20 left. We do that. We stabilize. And then we're just done unless we can de-siphon. I doesn't look like we're going to get a chance to key siphon. All right, well, we completed it. Hey, and we got lucky with the perfect for one crafting skill. He gives us a bunch of stuff. Thank you, thank you. Hook soup. Mmm, delicious. Will reward you upon completion. I can see why they would want to make you come back to the sect to turn it in, because then we trigger events while we're here. But that would make sense too. I do really like that the request board doesn't make me go back to turn it in. Okay, let's look at the favor exchange first. Oh, we could buy spirit fruits. That's another place that we could make some good gains. Are we sitting on 16,000? Yeah, I think we will. Yeah, give me all the celestial fruit. Wait. I think what you just heard me say was I want a lot of celestial fruit. What I said was, give me all the celestial fruit that you have. Again, you got to make the references when you can. Okay, these are the other actions. Knowledge of how to perform the cycling fusion. Cycling fusion costs 10 key and 10 stability, increases completion by 14, and we gain 2 stacks of cycling fusion. Cycling fusion gives us extra key control. Key control is what we use for perfecting. Okay. Man. Cycling refine. I assume you're going to basically do the same thing. Oh, your key intensity. Okay, I'm going to need to reread those stats. I don't have those memorized well enough. Discipline touch. The knowledge of how to perform discipline touch. Increase perfection and completion by 11. This scales with your key intensity. I mean, we have an ability here that I can buff my key intensity. I'm seeing the combo. Okay, we're already out of cash if this is what we want to buy. All right, let's pull back on that one. What else do we have? Increase completion by 34. Why wouldn't I spam this? Yeah, a second. Okay, let's drop that one. Oh, hold on. Never mind. I read the wrong number there. We can afford these. Instant restoration. Restores stability by 15. Does not reduce maximum stability. Costs 44 though. That's really expensive. Still gonna get it, but I'm gonna be grumpy about it. Key empowering destiny formation. Meditate. Oh, that's for the house thing, I think. Okay, well, let's not fiddle with that. Buy. Okay, that's that. Recipes. Control pill, iron skin. I mean, that could be useful. What are these reagents? Crit chance, crit multiplier. A recipe for rush insight reagent, suitable for body forging. What are you? A reagent can only be used before the first craft action. Oh, so I can try to like enchant the gear I'm making? Okay, well, I'm not going to redo my gear at the moment, but that's good to know. Okay, what are you? Controlling reagent. Start of an alchemist craft. When applied to the lining of the cauldron, acts like a sieve, helping assist the alchemist expunge impurities. Gives us extra control and extra intensity. Interesting. Intensifying. Okay. I'm not going to fill with those at the moment, but that's good knowledge to know. We still have 10k. I think I'm going to come in here and we're just going to grab the rest of everything I don't know. And that way I can start using my other shards. Okay. Then take me here, there. Combine all shards into crystals. Teach me all the things. Reagents are like potions for crafting. Gotcha. Blood bolt. This should be 5 techniques, so we're missing 2 of the blood ones. Pause the corruption and we heal. Fine. I missed the second fist manual? Oh, I sure did. I already know the techniques, but sure. You know what? I'll do it. You gotta splash that cash once in a while, you know? Let them know you're not one of the poors. Scattered blossoms. Gain 6 stacks of fragrant blossom. Spent to activate certain blossom techniques. Okay. Flourishing thorns. 3 stacks of flourishing thorns. After each technique, gain 1 razor blossom. Before each technique, deal 525 damage per stack. Halve the stacks. At the start of the round, gain 1 stack of soil depletion for each 15 stacks. After each technique, consume 1 iron blossom or razor blossom per stack, whatever's higher. Remove to end of round. Okay. I don't really have any reference. Okay, all known, all known. Is this gonna be cloud or weapon? No, cloud. Call storm. Gain 2 stacks of Eye of the Storm. Gives us power per cloud, crit damage per cloud. Fine. Wind wall. Barrier. Yeah, that's what caused me to lose that fight with the bully. I couldn't break through his shield once he got enough clouds. 2 stacks of cloud, 2 oncoming gale. I think that's 7 cloud techniques, so that should be everything for that. 2 stacks of cloud, 2 storm surge. Okay, fist, I believe we're done. And here's weapon technique. We have 4 of those, so that should be everything for that too. Weak point. Gain 1 metal shard. Weak point. Defense minus 10% per stack. That doesn't say lose a stack at the end of the round. So could we stack 10 of those and make somebody have 0% defense? Interesting if that's the case. Unveiled hammer. Gain 2 stacks of metal shard. Dart spray. Consume 30 stacks of metal shard and deal 700 per stack. Then gain 1/3 of the stacks as metal fragments. Don't really have a lot of reference for those. Gain 1 metal shard, gain a barrier, and some floating shields. Extra barrier effectiveness, that's pretty nice. Okay, so we're done, and we're done. So we'll convert them to enhancement dust. Okay, then let's go do some enhancement, if I can remember how to get there. Technique. And... Yep. Yes. So we have 3,500 key available. How much do I need for my breakthrough before we start spending this? Yeah, let's say we were going to go for this one. 1,300. All right. We have plenty. Filter at the top for... Oh, I see what you're saying. Like that. Gotcha. Attempt mastery. 10% chance to gain some barrier. I mean, it's fine. And in the tutorial it said to go ahead and just spend all your points because you don't get them back, so we confirm. Now we could try to do it again and replace that. I don't hate that. We could use some barrier even if the chance is really low. In fact, let's just do 1 of everything here, maybe. Chance to gain barrier, sure. All the way up to tier 5. Sure. Increased technique critical chance. What are you? 2,300 damage. Yeah, that's fine. Wait. Oh, I see. Top right is the enhance button. Ah, okay, so we could do even more. For now, I just want to get something on everything and then we'll fiddle. That was Moonstrike. We already did this one. Moon Veil. And just like in Tale of Immortal, it looks like every time we go up a realm, we can actually add more and more. Okay, here we go. Here's some healing finally, although we got absolutely garbage realm there. Or, I mean, what are these called? Mastery level? Okay. I don't hate that. Okay, Searing Lance. Please be good, because we use you several times. 10% chance to increase technique power. I mean, the odds are low, but double damage on my hardest hitting attack? That would be pretty good. Just out of curiosity. Ah, +1. So this is more like a baseline enhancement. I see. Okay. I see. So we're actually doing two different things. We have mastery and we have enhancement. Here's another heal. And I can't up that one, so we'll confirm. Sunrise. And just a straight up you auto heal. I like that one a lot more, frankly. Confirm. Okay, then we have dust. I might as well use the dust. Which one? You would be a good one. You'd be good. Let's actually look at the numbers. 2,362. When I enhance it. Okay, we gained like 13 damage. Not a ton. Not a ton. And what about like this one? You're just giving me stacks. What would be the point of increasing you? I think that number just changed. It did. I'm guessing if I got this high enough, this number would change because it's in red. But I don't know how far I'd have to go. Yeah, that I shouldn't spin that there if I want to test that. Gain some barrier. Gain some barrier. Sure. I think we're just going to take everybody to +1. I literally have no idea what the best plan is here. And then we'll pick something and do some tests. You are really the one I want to know. Can we get you to 2 stacks? Because you're my opener. Alright, science. Okay, I'm not thinking that's going to change anytime soon. I would rather pour it into here if I'm going to spin these. Because this is going up a lot more than that one was. And you know what? We'll do this guy because he auto heals. Haven't seen something in the description, but you might want to check the stance edit with that skill. I noticed the flow numbers weren't adding up as expected after enhancing fist technique to +3. Interesting. Yeah, I was really hoping it would make the stacks go up to +2. That would be a big bump. Okay, we still have plenty of key. That's not a problem. Let's actually go take another look. What do we need? And what do we want, I guess, is the second question. So they suggested one of these 2 breakthroughs. The Flawless Nephrite Body or the Unbreakable. Unbreakable, Eyes, Meridian, Downtown, Muscle, Insight, Flesh, Lifespan, and Charisma. Mainly focused on muscles, which is artifact... No, affects the crafting key intensity and combat power. It's fine. Insight. Extra toxicity. That's fine. Okay, flawless. 2 meridians. Control key. Artifact power. Artifact power is kind of I think. Daunton, I do like a lot. Store and channel extra key, affects max barrier, crafting max mana, key absorption, and mastery technique point. So that seems really good. Anyone have an opinion here? I don't really have a strong one. I'm leaning towards flawless nephrite body. I just for completion, what do you do? Yeah, you're definitely a lower tier, so it's between these two. Yeah. So we either go unbreakable or flawless. If we were gonna go flawless, remembrance of power, craft from remembrance of power recipe, using materials from the depths of ancestral burrow. All right, let's actually hold off on looking at this. Let's go turn in our other quests so that we can see some of these recipes. I assume that's what we're gonna unlock here. I don't have an opinion. I'm like an empty bowl. We'll fill you up with knowledge. Don't you worry. You are getting more flow than the scriptures say. Ah, so you think there's some bugs. If you catch that, Wolf, I would really suggest hopping on the Discord and posting it. Like I keep mentioning, the dev's on there like all the time. And he's really responsive. All right, workshop. As you enter the building, the forged spirit rises up out of the ground. Hello again, disciple. Have you brought the spirit core? Yep, you're definitely not going to haunt me, right? You lose the spirit core. Yes, finally, the forged spirit exclaims before gliding forward to grab the core in your hand. As the spectral tendrils touch the surface of the core, disintegrates, and a surge of something flows over and into the spirit. I feel real, it shouts before running over and swiping the shelves. Empty containers sail across the room, followed by a choking cloud of dust. You cover your mouth as the spirit revels in its restored form, waving a hand in front of your face to try to clear the dust in the air. It takes a few minutes for the spirit to finally settle down. Sorry about that, it's been such a long time since I could touch anything. Not many of the disciples that come here have any talent these days. You, on the other hand, are something else. Reminiscent of the field, the Forge Lord, when he was in your realm, in fact. During his time here, Forge Lord worked on a variety of unstable crafting techniques that would allow him a chance to produce more complex items that he otherwise could have. As you likely saw by the marks around the building, such techniques does not always produce a successful result, but when it does, it's something spectacular. Transferring these techniques requires energy, however, so I cannot teach you them for free. But if you have the spirit stones, they can all be yours. Take a look. Okay. So got some reagents, a toxin cleansing pill, and 8 stacks of toxin cleansing. On any action, cleanse toxicity by 3. Okay, so we can have a pill that cures pills. Perfect. Rapid fusion. 65% chance to succeed. Oof. I don't know about that one. Yeah, okay, so those are like gamble shots. I don't think I'm interested in those yet. Let's go ahead and learn these, though. What do you do? Start of an alchemist craft. Resistant reagent. Toxicity. Okay, so we can put toxic resist on some of our gear, I guess? Yeah. Perfectionist. Heat control plus 10. On any action, lose 1 stability and increase perfection by 4. Fulfillment. Heat intensity plus 10. Okay, I'm not interested in any of those at the moment. Okay, you weren't actually that useful. I thought you were going to be better than that. So I'm going to learn that one. Yes. You can only slot up to 11 to use during a craft, with another for each realm you reach and each 250 crafting you acquire. So make sure to update those when they're available before you craft. If you can bring me a spirit core 2, I'll teach you some more. Okay. Be seeing ya. All right. Well, enjoy yourself. Okay, so that did not teach me what I thought it was going to teach me. All right, let's head back. It's only day 7. This is a little awkward, because I want to be here for the resource distribution. The Tao of the Gambler. Well, I guess that is a path to walk. Okay, did I miss a recipe here? I guess let's look at that cultivation again. Okay, so if we're going for flawless, remembrance of power. Craft from the Resemblance of Power recipe. I don't think I have that recipe though. Remembrance of Power. I do have it. Okay, I stand corrected. Remembrance of Fist. Remembrance of Blossom. Okay, so Ancestral Burrows loot. Ocean stuff we can buy. Craft a Flesh Annihilation Pill. And we have a Spirit Core. Okay, so again, recipe. What do you need? Lesser Spirit Grass and okay, we could easily do that. Okay, so you. 1 Remembrance of Fist and 1 Remembrance of Blossom. We're not going to be able to get to the burrows and back, though, is the problem. Alright, I guess we'll work on that. 11 days. Oh, trophies. Yes, thank you for the reminder. Okay, those are in the disciple room? Trophy cabinet. Defeat the Blossom Ancestor while under the Vow of Blossom. I don't know who that is. Fist Ancestor. I don't know who that is. Warn from the Rugong. Oh no, won from the Rugong. Okay, we didn't win the thing, so we didn't get that. Okay, so every year is going to have a festival, and if you win the festival, you get a trophy. Acquired from the depths of the Spirit Well. Okay, so there's something we could get there. The Vow of X are talismans you get. Okay. Where do we find the first ancestors? Are those in the burrow too? One from, okay, more festivals. Okay, so we could do this one. Depths of the Spirit Well. We could go over there and grind for that. The talisman guy is not here currently. Ancestral burrow. I see. I would also need to set myself up to fight them properly. That's doable though. Okay, we're just gonna burn this month kinda. So let's just head over here. We'll go do a mission with her. We'll go grab some quests. I mean, just an awkward month. Okay, we'll seek some danger. Let's do it. You know, we can get through these fights a lot easier than we used to, that's for sure. I don't think he makes it to round 3, does he? No. Yep. Okay. Then... yeah, we should go grab the quest. There's no reason not to. A Neostar and a Wizo pack. Okay. And here... Day 22. I'd much rather fight an alpha than a pack. Hey, buddy. Yeah, welcome on in. We got this. It would kind of be cool if we could get like a spirit pet that would fight with us too. I mean, mechanically it would work basically the same as the artifact probably. Quick second. Oh, we just had a little blip there. Oh, I hope we're okay. All right, I think that was YouTube there. All right, I am going to take a quick second and refill my tea, so I'm going to take a 5er. I'll put you guys on a character screen, I think, and I will be right back. Yep, I think that was YouTube just had a little blip there. That better not be any internet problems, that's all I have to say. Yeah, I'm going to take a 5er here. If you're not blocking YouTube ads, I appreciate it. Let me hop over there and tell them I'm going on a 5-minute break. And let's make sure my timer works. It sure does. All right, I will be right back. Okay, hopefully that didn't give you guys any more blips. It looks like it's okay. Better not being internet problems on my end. I got my monitoring software up now. 14 says, you got that premium swag. Well, premium's even better. Premium's like way better for channels that you watch than ads are. So I appreciate that, especially if you watch the long videos. Okay, let's get back to it while my tea brews up here. Here we have the pack. Our HP is fine. Let's do it. All right, well, you guys are nowhere near as hard as you were when we first got here, that's for sure. I'm kind of hoping that we're going to be able to do our ascension tonight, so I'm going to try to stay relatively focused here. And bonk. That did take us a full rotation, but it should get better as we fight because we should have the buff stack up more and more. Yeah, we're at 9 stacks, 10 stacks, splat. Yeah, that is pretty nice. 14. We're not even really like fully focused on that either. We could rearrange us to stack faster. I think we have kind of like a mid-range one at the moment. We took hardly any damage from this. Also, the moon, the sun. Praise the giant sun. Yeah, that was so much better than when we started. Okay, and the spirit stones, got that. All right, what else do we have? A Neostar. It's day 22. All right, we'll burn a couple more days here. How many days to get back? 12. Okay. So we can get... Actually, it's going to be more than that. 13 days. We'll see if we can find that trophy here. I got to watch my HP, though, in these fights. Nice to see you experiment with some other schools. Yeah, I wanted to do Celestial from the start. We just... Because we did the tutorial, it kind of railroads you into getting started with Fist. So we just were kind of playing with it. In my mind, this character is going to go Celestial or Cloud, probably. Just seems fitting for somebody named Little Napping Dragon. Okay, now, again... Oh, this is... Are you different? You are different than what we fought before. Okay, I was gonna say either way, let's pop a fury pill. And get poking. We also didn't have our spear last time we were here, so this should be a little less painful. Okay, so this is round 3. It's just under 50%, so we should kill him within 3 rounds then. Because our buff will just get higher and higher as we're going. Although he is rather relatively painful, I will say that. Let's use a healing just to get ahead of that. And bonk. No bonk. 409 HP. Boo. Alright, we'll feel that again too. Yeah, these beginner healing pills are starting to feel pretty weak. We gotta get the better juice. Shells. Okay. Colossal Spirit Beast. I don't know if it's just a rare drop or we're looking for a specific fight or what. But either way, we'll just burn it until we get close to the end of the month, and then we'll head back to collect our goodies. Again, just to try to help us out, we'll keep popping those. I do wish we could take him out within that first full rotation, but that we're not even close to that. We would need like double our current damage. I guess if we had something that put vulnerability on the enemy, that also might help our spear damage. We could keep an eye out for abilities like that. Oh, that's so frustrating. He's right at the end. Okay, that was pretty painful too. Crystallized key, spirit core, more shells. Do I want to spend a bunch of my healing? Day 27? No, I don't think I do. All right, let's go get our goodies. It's kind of a wasted month, but is what it is. The Sect is a bustling hive of activity as the resource distribution is underway. Great crowds of disciples press in the pagoda, staffed by the vault curators, pushing and shoving to the front of the line. It is that press of greed and desire you enter, and the thought of resources you will get fills your mind with excitement. Slowly, you inch your way closer and closer to the counter before finally there's no one in front of you, bar the curators themselves. Name, the curator says, his voice wary. When you give it, he scans down the list, striking a line through an incomprehensible scowl. Our disciple in the... He looks you up and down. Body forging realm I see. Grunting to himself, he gestures, and a bag flies off the shelf behind him and settles in your arms. You gain 5 blossom shards, 5 fist shards, 1 condensed key elixir. What kind of spirit fruit? I will take a celestial, please. There you go. If you want more, then work hard and advance through the realms. Off you go. All right, and we will... Oh, I didn't eat my other ones either. I was just saving up for a feast, apparently. 6 spirit root for celestial with that. Okay. All right, I think we want to focus on getting the stuff that we need for that craft. But let me remind myself. So we need here 2 items from the borrow. We can buy those. That's fine. 1 remembrance of fist, 1 remembrance of blossom. Okay, so we're gonna need to go beat those guys up. We still have not seen the wandering talisman guy here. I don't see him anywhere at the moment. I think we're just gonna head over and do it. Oh, we should heal before we leave though. Actually, and can I make another set of fury pills? I can. In fact, let's make 2. I don't know how hard the borrow is going to be. Try to get the spirit well trophy first. Do those close if I make my breakthrough wolf? Do I have to get them in the early realm? I was at the spirit well, but I can only do a couple fights before I'm kind of gassed out and I have to go heal. I suppose we can make a second attempt at it. Don't think so, but I haven't tried it Realm 2. I mean, it would be a lot easier to do that one if I did my breakthrough. Let's find out. It's science. It's fine. Let's go do the burrows. Long before even the Nin Mountain Sect was established, these burrows stood in the depths of the Shu Plains. Those who are buried within once has been lost into time, but a faint echo of their once mighty strength still remains, a source of great revelations for those with the bravery to face them. None of the trophies are missable. Excellent. That's what I want to hear. Okay, we've done 0 exploration here. As you explore the constrained corridors of the burrows, a low growl sounds from beside you. That noise is the only warning you get before a figure leaps out of the darkness, its face split open and leaking corrupted ki. I see you, little guy. What do you do? Draining Touch. Gives me a stack of drained and him a stack of strengthened. Alright. Annoying, but shouldn't be a problem. At least we'll counter the power drain portion of his hit there. Let's level up. Yeah, I agree too, especially if I have to go back and forth and heal 100 times. If I got lucky we got it early, that would have been nice, but yeah, I'd spend like a third of the month getting there, a couple days fighting, and a third of the month leaving to go heal. Don't think it's worth the time at the moment. Unless we need the power boost to get the ancestor kills that we need. Shards. Yeah, we're kind of done with all these shards too, so. Ghoul Claw. It's a treasure. A crash of metal on rock resounds in the corridor. From some point beyond the bend ahead, it crashes again and again, accompanied by voices. Investigate. With a burning curiosity, you head towards the sound. Around the next corner, you come face to face with a group of young men, each clad in the uniform of an outer disciple of the Nin Mountain Sect, and gripping pickaxes. One by one, they attack the corridor wall, tearing away large chunks of stone with frantic intensity. One of the group spots you and waves you over. Hey, you there, give us a hand. The spirits won't stay dormant for long. The treasure is here, is enough for all of us, and his words are cut off as he points over his shoulder, his eyes widening. You turn and find the corridor behind you filled wall to wall with dozens of restless spirits, a terrible fury burning in their faces, raging at the disturbance of their slumber. It seems a fight is inevitable. Oh, these guys look all right. What do you do? Ally 1. Okay, so just allies do a little damage. Key corruption. Before each technique, lose 23 health per stack. That could get pretty spicy. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. Hopefully we can kill this guy in at least 3. He already has 15 stacks of key corruption on me. That is really spooky. We got to go through 3 more of these. You know what? Let's pop a regeneration pill, I think. Help to make that a little less painful. It's too bad I hit him after he's already dead, because I'm just taking extra damage every time I do that. Okay. Whew. That was way more painful than I thought that was going to be. A wisp of power. Long forgotten power, taken from restless remains of an ancestor, when absorbed as part of a breakthrough, can impart a small measure of that power to the user. I think we needed that, if I remember right. And some ancestral remains. With your fellow disciples by your side, you beat back the onslaught of spirits. As the last one dissipates, a chorus of cheers from all of you. Multiple hands clapping you on the shoulder and back as they thank you for your timely aid. Come, treasure awaits. Together you make quick work of the remaining chunks of wall, breaking through to a small room beyond. Along the wall stands rows of vials covered in thick layer of dust, but still glowing with inner radiance. Just as the rumor said. Right, there's 4 for each by my account. We gained 4 condensed key electors. That's actually a nice reward. That's a lot of key. Gain a rep. Nice work with you. See you around. Okay, but ow is all I have to say about that. Big ow. I guess we continue, and I'm just gonna have to get on the pills. A low growl sounds from beside you. Okay, one little dude, so a regen's probably not worth it. We'll just pop some healings. If you were aiming at the lesser breakthroughs of wisdom powers, what you'd use. Ah, gotcha. It's nice to have those things for flavor, but I mean, let's be honest. Who's ever gonna not take one of the best breakthroughs? It's just like the same thing in Tale of Immortal. Like, there's no reason to ever take the lesser breakthroughs. You get so much more out of the good ones. Did you roll your techniques, put some health through? Yes, I did a little bit. We have a couple that have like a 10% chance, and we have one that has a guaranteed heal. It wasn't stellar rolls, I'll be completely honest. Hungry Ghoul Falls. Challenge speedrun? Okay, fair. Yeah, I could see that. You discover Crypt of the Fist. I was hoping we'd find Crypt of the Necrodancer. Alright, let's just explore to find the other one. A shuffling sound accompanies a slowly moving radiance in the corridor ahead of you. A figure of a long-dead cultivator kept animated by an echo of the power it once held. Twisted key thrums from it, twisting the air. Such unlife is an affront to the heavens, and it falls to you to put it down. Okay, just one of those dudes. Now, we're going to be here for a little minute, so I will pop a regen pill. Try to get ahead of that a little bit. Okay, and then I'm going to pop a normal healing. Discord Mirror beat the whole game with 1 in all starting stats and the worst breakthroughs. Nice. That's true cultivation. Alright, hopefully... Okay, good. I really dislike that we keep hitting him after he's already dead, because I take damage every time we do. Small bones. We're just looking for the other tomb. Sizzling sound. Okay, more. Alright, we're okay this time. Focus on fighting. Made more sense in Tale of Immortal for speed running, especially in the early realms. I suppose. I'm not a speed runner. I'm a grinder at heart. Goodbye, friend. Nope, still don't have it. Yeah, these guys aren't so bad individually. I guess it was just that big fight having to kill 3 or 4 of those in a row that got so painful. Come on, no whammies. Okay, next month went by. I don't think we have anything pressing. No, nothing pressing. Discover the Crypt of the Blossom. As you explore the shroud corridors of the burrows, you come across a giant door with the sigil of Blossom carved above it. Excellent. Okay, that's what we needed. All right, let's do Fist first. A crypt marked the sigil of the Fist. It's said that within lies the remains of many masters of the Fist technique, and some of the ghosts still roam the dark halls. Travel. Explore. The spectral form of the ancestral ghost of a powerful practitioner of Fist techniques greets you in the ancient crypt. Corrupted key roiling off it in waves. Facing it now will surely yield deep insights into the style it practices. Oh, look at you, buddy. Look at you. Got a little bit of a weird squiggly arm. Okay, so he's gonna seal one of my meridians, which lowers my power. Then he's gonna do 2 advancing fists. Take a fury pill. Try to make sure I keep his barriers broken. I haven't really noticed. Does my fury pill affect... No, my artifact. Probably not, because that uses a different stat than my main power. Probably for the best, because that also means he can't debuff it. Yeah, he's sealed a bunch of my meridians. I only have 2 regen pills left, so I better lay off the pills a little bit here. All right, we seem to be okay. We're definitely outpacing him. That being said, though, let's do another regen pill. Yeah, 300 heal, so it's about half of his HP. We also procking some of our heals too. I lost track. Where are we at? We're in Sun. Yeah, all right, number 2. I do have to pay a lot of attention to this one. If I move my finger off the hotkey, I lose my place. Oh, nice! You can just straight up get a crystal here. And he dropped what we needed. Cool. The first ancestor falls before you. All right, we'll head to the blossoms. I guess we're just gonna have to pill this really heavily. Is that a good idea? You know what? No, let's not chance that. Where can I get to heal quick? 9 days. 9 days. We'll head home if I have the choice. Alright, heal me, please. I just don't know how hard these are. With no context, I don't want a chance fighting like that. Alright, I will also just grab these while we're here. Right, back to Blossom. Oh, I forgot to sell treasures again. Yeah, I'll remember someday. A spectral form of the ancestral ghost, a powerful practitioner of the Blossom techniques, greets you in the ancient crypt. Corrupted key roils off of it in waves. Facing it now will yield deep insights. Okay, she's looking all right. Kind of like almost petals or like petals. It's kind of cool. All right, again, we're gonna pop a fury pill to get us started. Okay, she's getting razor. Oh, that's a lot of petals. They deal damage per stack and halves. Okay. I don't think I need to pop another pill yet, but we'll probably pop a regen pill here. Just to stay ahead of things. We heal so much more from a regen pill than we do a normal healing one. Except you're saying, I kind of sort of do, but it's like, here we end in sunlight. Here we end in, I guess this one's also sunlight. And then here we end, I guess we do end up in sunlight in all of them. So I guess we could always at least do it, even if it's not necessarily in the order we want. I'll fiddle with that some more. That was just my first attempt at celestial stuff. I really like how the moon and sun keep getting larger as we build up our buffs. I'm really enjoying that. I find it hilarious, actually. All right, we got what we needed there. Okay, that should be everything. Let's stop here and do the mission that we have, because this is just a alpha ghoul. In realm 5, I guess I should sell those treasures. Hey, our buddy's here. All right. Well, we can beat up a ghoul together, friend. Yeah, we make pretty short work of these. Crafting the armor and getting the spear were a big power boost. The extra, we have like more than double the defense on this piece of gear than our starter stuff. So we're taking way less damage than we were before. Pretty good, especially because we're not getting as much barriers we did with Fist. Finally, the creature falls before you. Ha, excellent fight. How you holding up? I'm just fine, buddy. Okay, and we're out of here. Sure. Stop and do all these quests on the way out. Don't think I need to heal for one of these guys. I think we can pretty much just blap these ones. Spirit mine to buy the item. Yep. We just gotta make it back to the sect. I'm just clearing these out as we go. There's no reason to fly past them. Okay. Next. Yeah, all the way home. Actually, well, yeah, fine. I'm just gonna pop inside just in case we get an event. You're simply minding your own business when a sneering voice comes from behind you. Well, look who it is. A backwater bumpkin barely able to break through the body forging realm. Unlike you, I've actually achieved the meridian opening realm. Like a cultivator worthy of the sect, I've attained the fabled tempered iron body and immense power. Come, let me show you the strength of a disciple of the sect should truly wield. Oh, you jerk. Why does he always jump me when I'm at half HP? Ugh. Yeah. All right, we're gonna start with the Fury Pill. Never give up, never surrender. He's gonna absolutely blast me. Exhausted. What was that? Minus 30 power. Wow, he has 5 stacks of that on me. Wow, even bullying between realms. That's how you know he's a true bad guy. I'm actually surprised how well we've done, considering we started at half HP, remember? I'm not stopping. I'm willing to spend it. I don't care if I have to make more. It's the principle of the thing. Bully gonna bully. That's right. We are not defeating this guy. All right. We'll have to admit defeat. You fall before Xiaoqi, and he saunters over to stand above you, glowering fiercely. You're a disgrace. Leave the sect before you humiliate yourself any further. We're gonna go date his sister. You just wait. All right. Well, I stopped here to heal. Funny how he always seems to be there when I'm trying to do that. All right. What do we actually need? We need, that's the herbal stuff. We don't need anything for that. So maybe I don't actually need anything from the mine. No. Yep. Okay, brain. No, this one. All right, we have the wisp of power that we need. No, that's not what we need. Why you letting me put that in there? No. Okay, remembrance of power. Ocean nephrite. That's what I don't have on me. We have the extra spirit core, which apparently we're gonna put the spirit core quote in the groin slot. I mean, they say it's gonna help me break through realms. Who am I to question? All right, enter, market, buy, ocean nephrite. I just need 1, please. Kind of pricey, but not too bad. Gravel. You need the remembrance. Did I miss something that I wasn't looking at to craft? Remembrance of power. Yeah, I have to craft that. But I have the stuff I need for it. Yeah, 1 and 1. So all I need is to get 4 more flaring yang bud. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea either. Maybe we grab a cheeky little crafting booster. Key control, key intensity, search. Okay, I gotta look at those stats again. I don't have those memorized. So key control, perfection, key intensity, complete. Okay, so I want some intensity. I mean, I guess I could pop both, right? Give me one of each. Actually, give me 2 of each. All right, we'll see if we need that. All right, head over there. Oh my goodness. What do you want? No, same thing we always do. Same thing we do every night, Xiaoqi. Try to craft the clothing blank. All right. Don't say I never do anything for you. All right, so boink, 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 big harmonious, stabilize. I didn't even look at my new ones. I probably should actually fiddle with that before we do the big craft here in a second. Okay, another harmonious. Finish that. Okay, we refine. I think we just harmonious and then we're done. Yeah. Perfect craft. Skill +1. That's not the first time we've done that. Yeah. No problem, friends. No problem. All right. Now, I'm here to buy 4 of those. Okay. Then let's actually go look at those crafting actions. All right. So... no, crafting loadout. All right, all of you come off. Let me figure out where I want you. Okay, cycling fusion, key control plus 25%. In 2 stacks, any action loses some. So control is for harmony. Can I drag these? So disappointing. I really wish I could drag these. I can, kind of. Okay, here we go. All right, I couldn't drag them the way I thought I could, but that's okay. Let's put you here, and you're gonna be increase completion, key intensity. Okay, you go here. So if I want to buff the action, I want it in front is kind of my thought process here. All right, we have 3 empty slots. So these are the scales with key intensity. Increases completion by 34. Equal 10. Okay, so you just cost, I see. So you're just a more expensive version of that. Increase perfection completion by 11 scales. All right, you're gonna go there. Restore some stability. All right, you go at the end. All right, that vaguely makes sense in my head. Fun fact, you can roll techniques on your crafting actions as well. Well, you know what? Why don't we take a look at that? So if we do look at... okay, this is like our main use. You sure can. Increase action control by 10%. Sure. And then you are this basic one. 7% chance to increase completion by 7. 11. 15. Confirm. Okay. What else do we use all the time? Hang on. This is out of order. Oh, okay. These aren't in the same order as my loadout. That makes more sense. Okay, but I didn't actually buff the thing I thought I was buffing. Glad I caught that. Increase action critical multiplier by 40%. Okay. I gotta be careful here. I don't want to run out of keys, so I think we're gonna stop there. Okay, so Let's craft. We gotta cook. Excuse me. We gotta do some alchemy. All right, let's start with the easier one, the Remembrance of Power. As long as we don't fail, we should be fine. And this does not look to be particularly hard. All right, so we can use an item. I don't think I need one for this, if I'm being honest. I really don't. I guess the completion would make it just super duper safe. Wait. Did I not buy? I swear I bought those. I swear I bought those. Did I queue them up and leave like I usually do? All right, well, lucky I was just saying I don't think I actually need them. Okay, so next turn we have a Harmonious. I think we're gonna do a Harmonious Fusion. So I think we're gonna start by... That is not the right ability in the right slot. Hold control. No, maybe that is the right one. Increase perfection by 13. And then we get key intensity. Key intensity is what lets me finish. So that actually isn't what I want. Or is it? Do I want to pop that? I could do a Harmonious Fusion. Okay, let's do that. And we have 2 stacks. We Harmonious and Fusion. Yes. Yes, yes. Okay, we're at balanced currently. Next we can do something, and then we don't want to do perfection stuff. I am going to need to do several just simple fusions. 27 or 49. That would be 54 for 2 of these. It's probably worth it to just do some energize. That's almost going to finish me. That would not. So I'm going to do another one of these, but I don't want to do it now because then I wouldn't have anything to do here. So instead, just a simple refine. Okay, it's currently resistant. We just finish it up. Okay, we have finished it. Now all we have to do is try to perfect it. We have no stability left, so we need to force stabilize. Round 1 might be reagents only. I still have nothing available in here. I think I queued it up and left without actually paying. I seem to do that a lot. I think it's because when you click the recipes, you just buy them. When you buy other things, you have to confirm it. I think I keep just leaving. I'm just too excited. I want to do alchemy. Not now. I'm doing alchemy. Okay, in 3 turns, we have another perfection. If I did my buff now, it would still be in place here. So I think we're going to buff. So increase perfection by 12. That's intensity, so it's not that one. Okay, we've already maxed that out, though. Is this worth doing? For 10, I would get a 25. I don't think so right now. Increase perfection and complete. I don't think. Okay, that's not in the right spot either. That needs to move. I think we just do a simple. I think we just spam some simple here. We also could do a key drain. I think I'm gonna commit to the key drain. And that's gonna give me back 30. Or do we just skip a round? That could be huge, though. We could have a 75% increase. I guess a 75% increase, though, isn't 100%. So it's probably not worth it in this case. I'm thinking very hard about this, if you can't tell. Okay, we'll pop that. Pop that. Okay, in 2 turns, we could do a siphon, which would give me 30 back, which would not let me restore. Or I could just do a harmonious, which takes us darn close. Do the harmonious. I mean, we're all in. Okay, and we did it. Okay, that was a lot of my brain power, but we did it. Perfect craft. 3 extra craft skill, 41 key, return. All right, did I literally not buy those things? Or am I just dumb? I did not buy them. All right, I do want that. That was a little sweaty for me. I want to buy those. Enter. All right, let's for realsies this time. I swear I did. I must have just gone like this and then left. Confirm. Check my inventory. I have 1 and 1. You guys are my witness. All right, now the flesh annihilation pill. This is the harder of the two. Find that in the early game, discipline touch is the best bet with harmonious actions when you need them. Nothing wrong with using a bit of strategy. I normally just press the buttons to see what happens. Just pound the key into the product. I actually liked the crafting in Final Fantasy XIV. I wasn't like a super hardcore crafter, but I did level everyone up to like 90. So I've done my fair share of crafting. It's a very similar system. Reagents are huge. Yeah, I haven't dipped my toes in there yet. Maybe we should take a peek at what we can buy reagent-wise. Not here, though. You do not have any reagents. Here, we could do these. Key control plus 20, key intensity minus 20. Okay, so with less control, we would want to... It would be hard to finish the product. I don't think that's something I would want right now. And it doesn't say that that goes away, so that would be for the whole product. This one is the opposite. This one... Stability cost multiplier. Okay, I see why these would be good, but this is too advanced for Babble's streamer monkey brain at the moment. If I was gonna do one, it would probably be this one right now, but I don't think I could keep track of the stability in my head at the moment. We're gonna power through with the power of alchemy. All right, flesh annihilation pill. Let's do it. Begin craft. All right, we have a balanced into a resistant. Fine. Balanced into a resistant. I think we're going to do the same strategy I've been using, which is we really focus on the completion. Although maybe I should stop completing it too early. Towards the end, we tend to have one action where I'm like, well, I have nothing to do. That would be the time to finish it. So, craft. Maybe the buff up for that one. I think I like that. Oh, item. We can. All right, so... okay, this changes strategy a little bit here too. When do I want to pop these? They have 4 stacks. 2, 3, 4. I guess we could harmonious craft on that one. That would be fine. What's the buff? It's this one. No, that's not that one. It's this one. Completion. It's not that one either. Okay, I need to rearrange these a little. This is not how it is in my head. Okay, this one. Increase perfection by 13, gain 2 stacks. Okay. 1. No, I should have popped that. All right, I'm still gonna pop that, even though I should have done it right there. Give me the intensity. 2. Okay, we're in balanced condition. I'm going to increase a little bit of perfection. That's kind of whatever. But we want the cycling refine for extra key intensity. Pop that one. Okay, now we're in harmonious. We're going to do a harmonious fusion, which is almost going to finish our craft. Yes. Okay, we're in balanced going into a harmonious. All right, so I would want the other buff. I would want this one. Which, yes. 35 completion. I wish I could see the actual numbers here. Hang on a second, but we're not going to be able to do that next turn because we're going to have to key siphon. But we could use it for the brilliant. Yeah. Okay, I think we're gonna pop our other pill here. Hopefully the 35 finishes the craft. Yes. Okay, now it sucks right here. We're gonna have to do a key siphon. Oh no. No, if I key siphon here, then I'm gonna have to stabilize. Shoot. Okay, well, a little bit of a flub there. We're gonna have to restore here. All right, this is okay though. We still have our brilliant, we still have our buffs. Now we can't use the harmonious one here, so we just have to do a simple refine. Not bad, not bad. Okay, we have 3 normals and then a boosted. Okay, I could just do 4 simple refines. That might just carry us. That will carry us. I think. There's not a lot of options. I think we're going to be ever so slightly below. Okay, I could siphon again. That takes us to 85. 85 does not let us stabilize. But we could do an instant restoration. Or be harmonious. Oh, wait. Harmonious, I think, is going to finish this up. I think we're okay. Yes. Okay, I'm not going to lie. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Even though a little bit of a fub with the potion timing. I'm very happy with that. I'm very happy with that. All right. I think that's everything, right? So for here, remembrance of power in brain. Remember your power, young one. Ocean nephrite. Remember the time we went to the ocean. Flesh annihilation. Yeah, you really need to clean up after that. That was pretty gross. And then we stick the spirit core in the groin. Don't ask. Let me take a screenshot of that. That might be part of a future thumbnail. Okay. Very happy. That should be everything. We have the key. We have that. We have both of these. We're going to go for the flawless. All right. I wish I could go find my bully and beat him up. Flawless nephrite body. Meridian opening 2. Early. Gained some lifespan. Gained a bunch of charisma. +1s and 2s to my stats. A bunch of crafting stats. Combat. Pretty good. 3% crit. Some barrier effectiveness. A lot of power. A decent chunk of life. Yeah, not bad at all. Oh my. We're just getting started. All right, so what do we got to do for you? We got to put something in here. Focus on all your meridians to open the greater core meridian, letting the key trapped within blaze forth. Reach meridian late, 4,000 key, 24 minor meridians set with meridian cleansing needles. A needle infused with the ability to clear the impurities from meridians. Used as part of the meridian opening breakthrough to allow ki to flow freely through a cultivator's body. Craft from materials found in the yin-yang mine. Okay. The greater core meridian set to meridian gold shard. A shard of yin-yang gold walker, empowered with raging energies and corrosive ki. Deadly if used in any circumstance but during the meridian opening breakthrough to open one of 3 powerful greater meridians. Okay, it gives us these stats. We gain Mortal condensation art. A condensation art, all mortals form naturally within their bodies as they advance through the realms. Though lacking in efficiency and capacity, it's still more than enough to allow a cultivator to form ki droplets and to wield them to devastating effect. Resources to be utilized to activate certain powerful techniques can be condensed in a condensation chamber from ki, and the cultivator has a ki vessel. Alright. Interesting. Are these the same? Mortal condensation. You need basically the same things with different stats. I like the first one's better than that. Eyes. Okay, I like the first one better than that because you had... Yeah, meridians seem to be good for what I'm doing. Radiant meridians. You seem to be getting worse. Okay, and all of them have mortal condensation art. Okay, so it sounds like we need to hit the mines, is what I'm hearing. We also need to figure out where the meridian cleansing needle recipe is. As you leave the cultivation chamber, Haidao Fing is waiting outside for you. Congratulations on your breakthrough, one of the fastest in the sect. You'll be garnering quite some attention for that feat. Thank you, Elder Fing. She waves her hand. Remarkable achievements should be acknowledged to push others to strive for greatness. For the next breakthrough to the Ki Condensation 3 realm, you'll need to delve into the depths of Yin Ying Mine. The trials and tribulations you'll face within will help shape you into a cultivator worthy to uphold the sect. Go to the Spirit Ore Mine and talk to the Forewoman. She will explain more. Shadow's Breath. You may also find it valuable to return to the Spirit Herb Garden and talk to Huatong. They should be able to set you up to begin the process of supplying your own crafting materials. Spirit Fields. I wish you heaven speed in your cultivation, and we'll find you when you break through the next realm. Then we can finally settle the fate between us. With that, she hops onto her sword and shoots away into the sky. Okay. First Mountain Forge Spirit. Don't know what that is, but sure. In fact, is that actually on my calendar? No. Okay, so some events happening. All right. Are you selling new manuals? Yes, you are. Am I poor? Yes, I am, but I could afford one. I know most of their techniques. That's a little sad. Chilling Radiance. At least one stack of Moonlight. Deal 3,903 damage and inflict 2 stacks of Moon Chill per Moonlight. Convert all Moonlight to Sunlight. Moon Chill is a big power debuff. Okay. I don't hate that. They have a stance recommended. We could just buy it. I don't think I'm going to spend the money or the rep on that at the moment. Just out of curiosity. Versatile Blood. Gain a stack of Blood Corruption. Bunch of Blood Corruption stuff. Piercing Gust. Okay, Ball Lightning. Forge Unstable Automaton. What? Spin to activate certain techniques. Before each technique, deal the damage. Repurpose armor. Gain 1 stack of weakened armor and 8 stacks of metal shard. Interesting. Blossoms have fragrant multiplication. Double your fragrant blossoms. Maximum gain of 10 stacks. Vicious bloom. Gain 5 razor blooms. That is quite a stacking technique there. And Fist would get flashing footwork. Double your flow up to 7. Spin to activate certain techniques. Crushing Mountain costs 8 flow. Deals 14,000 damage. Jeez. That's a lot. Okay, I'm not going to spend on any of that though at the moment. Here. Okay, we could buy a new Disciple uniform, but I think my stats are good enough. I'm not going to bother. A Blade of the Mountain plus we are bad? Question mark? Now that I said that out loud. Actually, probably not. So that's gonna deal like 6.5k-ish. And you would deal, what would that be? 28, 40, 50. Okay, so those are almost exactly the same. Update stances. Yes, thank you for reminding me of that. Okay, there's new cauldrons. New break. I'd like to craft some breakthrough pills for my friends, and we'll give them to them and see if we can help them break through too. Celestial fruits would be nice. Okay, we also have new recipes, right? Brutal fist robe. Foregoing defense for brutal attack. That's probably not what we want to do. Charisma, base power, crit chance, and some defense. Disciple guard, we could just make our own. The plus version is a little bit better than what we're currently wearing. And we have empowering, no, vital plate. I think, yeah, we have a normal vital plate right now. This is even more defense. I like that because we're not doing a ton of barrier, if I'm being honest. So having some extra barrier effectiveness and some extra defense would be pretty good. Empowering. Oh, that's a cauldron. Okay. New healing pills. That would be really handy. I'm actually even just going to commit to that one. I also, do we have a new regeneration pill? We do. Give me that too. Dissolving concoction, armor blank. Okay, cool. Okay, we don't need to heal. Okay, we are kind of out of time. I do want to just go peek. Well, no. I'm gonna stay disciplined. I was gonna say I'm just gonna go peek, but then I'm never gonna get off, and we'll be here far later than I should be. So, yeah, we did it. That was my goal for today, was to manage to get that breakthrough. Okay, I'm gonna break what I just said immediately. I just want to see this NPC and see what she wants. Then we'll call it. And we'll do the updatings and things next time. As you enter the mine, a powerful female voice sounds out from within the depths. Move it, you miserable lichens. Get them out of there and to the healer. And you'll be organizing their funerals. Now move. I wanted a new character for a thumbnail for next time. That's the real reason. With a clatter and a cacophony of muffled grunts, a group of disheveled disciples burst forth from the tunnel ahead of you, each pair carrying a stretcher upon which lies a bleeding third. The skin of the fallen has a strange gray sheen to it, as if the color was leached from it. Oh heavens, Feng isn't looking too good, one disciple mutters as her companions pass you by. I know, so less talking, more running, he snaps back, before they both speed up and disappear around the corner. And when they're better, tell them not to return until they can handle the depths, comes a shout of the woman as she strides around the corner, waving a muscled arm. I don't need any more weaklings becoming food for the shadows. Crossing her arms, she watches the group until it rounds the corner. Then her gaze shifts to you. What do you want? Another foolish little lichen eager to toss away their life away? I know, Fing sent me. That woman lets out a grunt. So, you think that makes you special? Well, boy, the mine will quickly prove you wrong. She pauses a few long moments, then a fierce smile breaks out on her face. Maybe the lichen has a little grift. After all, I'll get you sorted out. She leads you through the winding corridors before finally arriving at a cavern, its walls dotted with small tunnels marked with symbols. Walking over to one, she slaps it and turns back to you. Here, this is now your entrance. The previous owner vanished some 4 months ago, so we have to assume they've been taken by the shadows. From here on, you can begin to explore the depths of the mine. Oh, and you'll want these. She pulls out a bundle of short sticks and hands them to you. You gain 15 yin-yang flares. The mine is filled with ravenous, malevolent shadow that can and will attempt to kill you. The only thing that can even slightly push it back are these flares. She points to the bundle in your hands. You'll need a regular supply of them to dive into the depths. Talk to Huatong at the Spirit Herb Garden to get your hands on more. You're in the meridian opening phase, so you'll be wanting to make meridian opening needles. Here the recipe. Okay, that answers one question. Gain the recipe. To make it, you'll need to get your hands on a resonating silver. You can find it in the meridian opening 2 late strata of the mine. Of course, you can buy it from your fellow disciples, but no true cultivator would take shortcuts like that, right? She stares hard at you for a moment. Good luck and don't die. Once you have a grasp of exploring the mine, come and find me again. I have a task for you. She walks off, leaving you with nothing but oppressive silence and darkness as company. Okay. Thank you, lady, for the thumbnail. Much appreciated. Okay, I'm still enjoying it. I really like this type of content, so it's right up my alley. We'll have to get in there and fiddle around with our stances and stuff next time and refine those out, see what we can make. Overall, still enjoying it. We haven't had any crashes. I haven't really seen any major bugs. A little bit of like missing punctuation and a couple quality of life things, but nothing huge. So quite enjoying that. I hope we see some more story content. That's the #1 thing I'm interested in at the moment. Let me just check on chat here. New cauldron. Yeah, we definitely want to upgrade our cauldron. Barrier effectiveness doesn't mean much if you don't generate barrier. Very true. We do have our shield talisman, so that is at least some. And we were doing 1 in our stances, but we can change it up. So maybe we'll try to get a little more barrier in there if we can. All right. Thank you everyone for hanging out. I had a great time. I hope you enjoyed yourself. If you haven't left a like, I'd appreciate you doing that. It helps get YouTube to try to share it out and introduce new people to the game, and hopefully they'll enjoy it as much as we are. If you're not subscribed, I hope I've earned your subscription tonight. I'd love to see you in chat or in the comments of other videos. And if you want to go above and beyond, you can always leave a super thanks on a video, join me live for a super chat, check out the Patreon linked in the channel info, or become a member here on YouTube. As a member on YouTube, you get early access to videos that I'm working on. Usually that's Dominion's content, but it varies from time to time. You also can link Discord in there and get into the members file channel, which has some files from various games that we've played if you'd like to grab some Turn Zero Shadow Empire things or Dominions maps, things like that. Either way, thanks for hanging out. Hopefully you enjoyed yourself, and I will see you guys on Wednesday for the next stream. Most likely we'll be back with at least another stream of Ascend from 9, because I'm really enjoying it so far. So we'll see. Either way, enjoy your week, and I will see you later. Babble out.